Hello and welcome to another match for the Watchers Brawl 5. I'm Sci-Fight again, and I'm with my co-gaster Noonie. Noonie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Wait, I asked that question like an hour ago, but maybe it's changed. How are you?
I'm really good. I'm ready for this next match. It's going to be Magna Ignis versus the Honey Badgers.
Ooh.
In our... Yep.
I'm ready.
Should be pretty fun. We've already casted Magna Ignis, and they have quite a lineup.
Definitely,
they
yeah.
seem really awesome. They also have a coach that is here with us. We're definitely not talking because he's around. Hi, Final. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. We actually interviewed you last time we casted for the Magna Ignis game as well. That was a couple weeks ago, though. How are you guys feeling coming into this match?
We're feeling much more confident, and we have a better game plan going forward. So we're looking forward to trying to finish out strong in this tournament.
Nice. I certainly hope so too. Yeah. This tournament's been really strong, and you guys are currently up against Honey Badgers. How have you guys scouted anything about them?
We have some ideas of how to play against them. We think they play kind of a similar style, and then but we have a better understanding of what we're wanting to do, so we think we can punish them for it.
Good.
Very nice. Very nice.
No sharing the secrets, I see.
Come on, you got to share the secrets.
He didn't do this last time. No, I'm not even.
Oh, come on.
But we did see Magna Ignis against Nevermore last time we casted, and that was kind of a landslide game. You know, they kind of went in there, Magna, and then we saw by game one, you know, they were definitely learning how to, you know, kind of decimate the enemy team in a way. You know, I don't want to say it meanly, but that's what you guys did. Nevermore did have some good stances there. They did have some good footholds, but at the end of the day, you guys took away the gold, if you would, of that match. So, yeah.
And if you guys win this match, you guys actually rematch against them in the losers bracket round 4. How interesting will that be?
Hopefully we can cast
it should be less one-sided than last time.
Yeah, because you guys it was a pretty short 3-0. I believe, yeah, we definitely casted that one, and that was, it seems like all of our casts lately have been just 1 hour 3-0s, Snooty. Hopefully this game, I know that you guys are hoping for the 3-0, but I'm hoping we get a little more out of it. We get a little more traction, we get more spice. I want to see some Fiesta gameplay.
I'm not saying you guys need to lose, but I mean, come on, I want a longer cast. Kind of want some good juice in there, you know.
Let's definitely improved our aggression. So
definitely, okay.
Nice, that's good to hear. Yeah, there was. I remember that last match vividly, and it wasn't so one-sided as it was just like their goat seems so much more on point than your guys's, and I'm hoping coming into this match, we see the goats, we see some reformed version of it, but we also see some different matchups. You know, Orisa has been meta, especially in Europe recently. Do you guys have any strategies around Orisa?
Orisa's an interesting hero. She's definitely added something to the counter wheel. I'm not going to reveal anything about it, but she's definitely something that has to be respected, and you have to know how to play against it.
I honestly respect how well you hide your secret. You know what? I honestly respect that. He doesn't want to give anything away. And
gotta give up the juice though during an interview.
I mean, you know what? I'm fine with that because, listen, like he's gonna give us. We're gonna see the juice. That's what we're gonna see. We're gonna see it live in game.
We're gonna see the juice.
I'd rather have the surprise of it.
I want to taste the juice.
Why would you say something like that?
Because it's juice.
Yeah, it's kind of like an apple juice.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, definitely you guys against Nevermore were very confident, very aggressive, and I like that from you guys. And you guys did kind of steamroll them a bit, but we'll see how this goes. Maybe you'll steamroll Honey Badgers, maybe, you know, they'll steamroll you, or you guys will just have a very even fight. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping for an even.
Okay. We'll see.
We'll see.
All right, well, thanks for coming on. First map going to be Oasis. Thank you very much, Final, as always. Well, I'm sure we'll see you around in the next match, hopefully. Wink, wink, and we'll have some juice.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Give us the juice next time. All right, so Oasis starting up the series here. I love Oasis personally. Big fan of the control map. Oasis, easily my favorite map because it's beautiful. It's just straight up gorgeous. There are spots to boot people out of. You got cars that run people over. That's my favorite part. It's like getting run over by cars, right? No other map has that, right?
I mean,
am I wrong?
I
don't think so.
I don't think so. No, I think this is the only map. I mean, if you jump off, the first point into the water of Paris, there's a little like water taxi that goes by, but that's about it. No, definitely this map has a lot of strategical value in it. You definitely can play the left side as it's long, it's open. You boot people into the cars, which doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, it's very nice to see. You can play straight on the point, which is very close quarters, very good for Brigitte, Reaper. I mean, we don't see a lot of that, but we do see a lot of goats, so Brigitte and goats and that can go right in the middle. Or you can have whatever you want on the top right, for the whatever side you're on, top right, top left, whatever. With the high ground, where you can play both your hit scan, or you can play just anything that can just watch and cover your team. So yeah, definitely a lot of strategical value coming from this map. And it is beautiful to watch.
It is. To look at. It's got a really nice sun. I'm looking forward to these matchups. Both teams are very evenly matched at around 4K SR. Actually, fun fact, Hanako, that's playing for Magna Ignis, that will show up very quickly, is Sayumi, which is a popular streamer and girlfriend to Sleepy, who plays for the Washington Justice. I'm a big fan of them. She makes some great art as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to her. She will not enjoy me shouting it out, but
why'd you do that? I mean,
I'm a big fan, but I'm gonna stay impartial to the cast and hope Honey Badgers take us to a map 5.
Yeah, I know.
Well, who's the coolest name on either teams here? I think Zeus is a cool one from Magna Ignis, and Polar is a cool one as well.
Dude, I'm all about Magnifique. Magnifique is just so nice.
Magnifique. It's. Oh no, you're butchering it.
No, how am I butchering it? Please.
Well, it looks like teams are getting ready. We'll be getting to the match very shortly. It's Magnifique.
Magnifique. I'm sorry, I have that's Magnifique.
There you go.
Magnifique.
You got it.
There's a Q there, dude. I think you're saying it wrong, but whatever. But we're on to Oasis.
Can I get the production to make a vote on this? It's Magnifique, right?
Magnifique.
Feek. Feek.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, we'll pronounce the name when it comes around, but I mean, come on, just look at this map. I just want to see. We're on this. This point's actually one of my favorites, to be honest. The health pack in the middle is absolutely huge for team fights, and it just looks.
Production says like the movie. I'm correct. You're wrong.
Whatever.
You're actually wrong.
You like hair though? No.
We'll be getting to Garden very shortly. Excited to see what these teams do. Couple seconds until they assemble. Ready for battle.
Definitely. But
are you ready for battle?
I'm ready for battle. I'm ready to cast this battle. I love this first point on Oasis. I think the second point is kind of my favorite, the one where it's like it has the cars. This one, you don't have that boot potential. You kind of do on the right side, but not as much as you do in the open lanes of the second.
Yeah, but you get this huge skybox. You can play Pharah well, and I love this map just because there's so many diverse matchups. There's the sniper and Pharah comp that basically is like a rock paper scissors to that. There's always goats that is played, but you can take advantage of the skybox and the really wide angles coming from Garden because it condenses to a small point in the middle. There we go.
It seems that we're off. Both teams going in for this kind of goats comp. They are kind of just pushing each other off the high ground, going for the flanks. You do have Pando, who goes from behind, does get taken down. Boyletta. Oh man, that's rough to see. Boylet, however, just gets on there and takes him down immediately. You do have a lot of good, this is some good coordination. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Mortar takes out Pyro the tank, and it's gonna be a reset for them. They really need to set on Magna Ignis this side.
Yeah. Magna Ignis not looking so good. They're getting heavily staggered out. Hanako's gonna have to reset off the edge. GMAT getting a lot of value. Zeus also 84% on that ult charge. even though they didn't end up winning the fight, they have the Graviton coming out for this next fight, which will be huge for them. Zeus just needs to acquire the energy to actually kill them off. But both teams running the Winston goats is kind of a big deal. When one team has the position of the other, especially on this point, it's significantly harder to take it. We're going to see Pendo trying to jump the backline. There we go. Actually get some value out of that.
Here we go. They're still holding the high ground, however, for our Honey Badgers, and they're going off. G-Man has a lot of charge here. He's almost to his Zarya. Oh, Nocturnal takes down Pando and Muffin. Polar just
They're resetting.
Always being very aggressive here, and that's what we like to see. Ali, they go down as well. And you know what? Pyro's just going to reset. Polar is going very well with his Ghost Comp. He did get taken out at the end of that fight, but they are being very aggressive. And that's what I like to see.
That was really good from the Honey Badgers to counter dive. They saw Pendo immediately go for their backline, so they immediately went for their backline, and Magna Ignis gets taken down from it. Hanago gets taken down almost immediately from it, and it's 70%. Here's the rally coming in from Ally.
Ooh, here comes the Graviton and the Diva Bomb coming from both sides. Ooh, Nocturnal finds it. Pyro also finds one, but you got two. Panado in the back, however, gets the Primal Rage onto Magna. And you know what? That's actually really good. You do trade really well with that Primal. Here comes it, however, from Barletta. And you know what? You really need to get a pick here from onto Pando. Polar is beating them up, and there G-Man does get him. And that's just a clean swipe.
Muffin's going to try to touch from the back, but I don't know how useful it's going to be. He's already cut down to half HP, forced to use the beat, doesn't use the beat. And the grab gets eaten by Nocturnal. Zeus's grab, all for nothing.
Ooh, up into the ground. Nocturnal goes in for Pyro to tank. Barletta absolutely popping up. Takes down Ali. They go down as well, and they're playing very aggressive. And you know what? This is really good to see. You do have the beat drop coming in from Muffin, but it's a little too late. And he went into stall for the team, but he really needed to be there with that beat drop for when they went down.
Yeah, those aggressive counter dives were what really sealed the deal there for the Honey Badgers, playing like they're up to their name there. Very aggressive, extremely coordinated as well. And yeah, Barletta doing a lot of the heavy lifting in this composition matchup. The Winstons often dictate the outcome of these matches and how their positions are. If you're able to get to the enemy team's backline without much difficulty, you almost immediately win those fights when you're tasing down the enemy backline. Looks like Penda will be swapping off to the Reinhardt in this composition, so they'll be going for the typical Reinhardt goats versus the Winston. It'll be interesting to see what Barletta can do versus this high ground. If they let Magna Ignis into this circular area without much difficulty, which it seems like they're letting do, this will be extremely hard for Honey Badgers. But it doesn't look like Magna Ignis are taking the bait.
No, they definitely see they're on the high ground. They're like, hey, we really don't know. I think they now see the Ryan scouting them out. Reinhardt sees the Sombra, who almost gets taken out immediately, gets booped by the Brigida, but doesn't really find the money there. So they have to just regroup, go into and try to hold. They look like they're going to push on the right side, but they can be dived super easily. Hanako in the background gets taken down almost immediately by Nocturnal and Barletta. And G-Man goes down as well, but you already have Zeus. Pandano goes for Polar, but he gets taken down by Mordred. You know, these are good swaps here. They're trading. Nocturnal does take down Ali, though. They go down as well. And now you really just don't know what to do here. Magna Ignis has to reset. They lost way too many. Pyro's out of his Diva mech. And you just have to regroup it and try again.
Yeah, and I think Magna Ignis actually, believe it or not, because G-Man is on the Sombra and not the Zarya, there's not a Zarya being played from Honey Badgers. Magna Ignis actually have an advantage coming into this situation. They just need to be able to beam down people with Zeus on the Zarya and make sure that Hanako doesn't die immediately. Hanako's swapped to the Ana in hopes that they get some really good nades off. They see that Nocturnal is still running the Diva, but gonna use the Ana advantage for this. Yep, rally there.
They seem to be playing aggressive here. Magna Ignis, knowing what they need to do, is going to the choke. They're going into the small room here. I don't know why you would do that. I would rather go right side, but here they are. They pop out to the right. They throw a fire strike, gets eaten a bit. Now they're going left side. It's kind of a game of chicken here, where they're just going all around. The Diva Bomb does come out from Pyro, doesn't find any value, but you have the Primal coming in for Barletta in the background, pushing them into the. Here comes the song. Here comes the Diva Bomb. Doesn't find any value, but Barletta doesn't care. He is popping off. He is going primal, and he's taking out both Pando, and both Zeus and Ali. They also go down. And they're cleaning up here. Barletta's
Pyro getting heavily staggered.
Oh, man, you hate to see it. Pyro's going to be staggered for this fight. They got it to 62%. He's going to go try to jump into the cars. Kids, please do not
not like this. That's not how I wanted to see in that Fire Meta kill. Was someone doing it intentionally?
Yeah. Kids, please look both ways before crossing the street, unless you want to end up like Pyro. It seems like, Honey Badgers are holding the high ground onto the top right. They basically are just baiting Magna Ignis here. They need him to fight onto the point, and they can dive him so easily and just take him down.
Here we go.
Here comes Pando, tries to get on top. The anti-grenade gets eaten by Nocturnal. The beat drop comes in from Muffin, and here comes the rally coming in from Polar as well. You do have a lot going on. The high ground is both a Diva battle. Here comes Barletta to help him. Now we just have the beat drop coming in from Magnif. And you know what? It's just here comes the Diva Bomb as well from Nocturnal. Gets onto Pando. They lose a tank on Magna in the side. More Dread gain Hanako. And they're just cleaning it up here. Absolutely, Honey Badgers are just knowing who to dive on. They're diving on the healers in the back. They're taking out the Diva out of her mech and taking her out right out of the fight. And you know what? It's beautiful to see.
Yeah, really, they're focusing Hanako down very hard, and it shows in the way that the composition is played. Honey Badger's going to take that first map onto Oasis with some very solid play. And ultimately, I wasn't thinking that G-Man on the Sombra would be as effective because you aren't playing on the Zarya, you're playing on the Sombra. I wouldn't think that he would have won, but they actually ended up getting the correct hacks off, and purely just focusing Hanako wins that map.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know what? Just how Honey Badgers played this. They played it with bait, they played it forward, and they played it aggressive. We also saw, Barletta in the background. He primaled, and his primals were so big. You actually had him taking out 2 or 3 people at a time. Even if, his Diva didn't find a lot of value. He was also in the backline taking out the healers with Nocturnal. So, you really had to kind of protect your healers in this kind of comp, especially when they're on the high ground waiting for you to come to point. That's when you have to just kind of pull up a surprise, maybe flank them, go up top, and fight them there. But if they have the high ground and you don't, you're just kind of going to get, a little choked up there. And you're going to become, lambs to the slaughter to Honey Badgers. And that's just exactly what happened in this game.
Unless you force the point, there's no reason for them to go below the high ground and make fools of themselves. They can just stay up there and just completely free fire on you while you do nothing, especially because you had the Rhine Goats.
Yeah, the Rhine Goats was really good, but Honey Badgers just showed how aggressive they were on these dive composition, which was absolutely huge.
Exactly. And we're going to see what happens. Honey Badger's going to be banning a map.
And we also apologize for the little bit of technical difficulty we just had. Our screen kind of went blank. You're kind of listening to a radio broadcast right now.
Oh, no.
50s. We'll, for our camera guy into the dumpster later on.
Oh, no. Don't say that.
I mean, I do. That's just how it be in this life. It really do be like that.
Mm-hmm. Our camera guy is great.
I don't get paid, man. I'm not allowed. I can say all the BM stuff I want. I don't.
He's great.
I don't,
you don't
get
have
paid.
anything bad to say about him.
I mean, Canadian production.
What
can I say, man? That's all I gotta say is the Canadian production. But we're currently waiting for both teams, ban new heroes, choose a map. So while we wait for that, I'm gonna pull this up real quick so we have this now.
What's up?
Which MVPs? Your MVP picks. I know it's just only match 1, so you might not want to choose yet. You might want to wait later on until the game. But if you do have someone who you want to choose as your MVP, go to the bottom left, click that, vote for whoever you want. Zeus, Muffin, Hanako, who cares? Whoever you feel like is holding this team up. And with bits, you can also vote again. Just saying, we don't really get anything from this, but it's kind of dope when you vote for someone there. At the end of the match, we'll announce who is the MVP of the match. And that's all I gotta say. What about you, Chase?
I'm the MVP.
Yeah, okay. Whatever, okay. Personally, I think I'm the
I actually
MVP.
think actually think personally in this map, Nocturnal was the best and the biggest cause to why Honey Badgers were destroyed.
I want to say that as well. Nocturnal did play very good with Barletta, but Barletta might be my MVP, even though it's only round 1. He was just very good on that Winston. His Primal Rages were perfectly timed. He did a lot of damage on it when the rest of his team's ults kind of fell flat, and he would pick it right back up. But I'm not saying, choose now, but I definitely think Barletta is pretty good for me. Also, Zeus. Zeus was pretty good. He was pretty aggressive as well on his Rhine. So we'll just have to wait and see. Like the great Uber Shout says.
We will have to wait and see. And the reason why I was talking about Nocturnal specifically was that they are so good at really diving onto the onto Hanako, onto the flex support of Magna Ignis, and just completely popping them. It's what you see in the Overwatch League, and specifically if you watch Note previously from the Boston Uprising, now on the Dallas Fuel, if you see how he plays, it's very similar to the way that Nocturnal was diving onto Magna Ignis. You play this aggressive style where it's kind of passive at the start, and what you're doing is you're just absorbing damage, and as soon as you feel like you've absorbed enough damage and cooldowns, and the enemy is waiting to reload, you immediately go on the Zenyatta or the Ana, immediately just shift onto them and just try and destroy them and one-shot them. Yeah, and it's a really good strategy because it works a lot.
Yeah, we definitely see the Ana play coming from. But I think their Lucio plays for both Magna Ignis and Honey Badgers was also huge. They did have a lot of beat drops coming in from Magnific and also from, I think it was Pando. But they just definitely had a lot of beat drops there that kind of held the team up. So that was really good from them. Because we saw mostly when they had the Diva bombs, you would see the beat drop go like a second after that bomb got launched, and they would get saved.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like...
Oh, no. Yeah, we're going to be making some color swaps. So, Magna Ignis is going to be on the blue now. Honey Badger is going to be on the red side. Magnifique from the Honey Badgers calling for defense. And it's going to be on Hollywood. Hollywoo.
Hollywoo. I love Hollywood. Honestly, it's one of my favorite escort maps.
It's an alright map.
It's a pretty good map. I like it. It seems like they are going to ban Ball. Ooh, okay.
No.
They're going to ban my Wrecking Ball, my hamster boy? That's not cool, man. They are going to say
the most fun hero in the game
is going to be Lucio. Like we were saying before, the Lucio play was coming in huge from them, so we can definitely see maybe a Goats. I mean, banning Ball, though, that's kind of a weird thing. You don't really need it into...
It's a weird champ play.
Yeah, it's a weird flex, all right. You really don't need it into a Goats comp. Some weird champs. You don't need it into a Goats comp, but maybe one of the players on, Honey Badgers can really just mess it up with Wrecking Ball. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
That we will. And looks like teams are ready. Going to be starting off this match. Honey Badgers up 1-0 over Magna Ignis. Magna Ignis going to be the first to attack here. Should be interesting. Hollywoo. Gotta love this map. A lot of different compositions can be played here. A lot of goats towards the end of the map, of course, as most hybrid maps are. But because this is a hybrid, we might see the possibility of bunker.
Ooh, bunker comp. Definitely on this first point of Hollywood. Bunker comp on the high ground is absolutely huge to play here. And like you said, people do often play goats and then swap to bunker comp on here, but I think what you would want to do is just jump onto the high ground with your Bastion, with your Baptiste, with your Mercy, and absolutely pop off. And it seems like that is what Honey Badger is going to do. They have the Bastion, they have the Mercy, they have the Baptiste, and the Junkrat for some extra damage.
Bunker. Looks like bunker in it. To be honest, it looks like Magna Ignis have kind of had them scouted as well. They're going to be, by the looks of it, running DPS. I'm hoping that we see a Pharah. I love seeing Pharah Hanzo. Sombra in the mix as well is also very good. Interesting to see that, because of the ban to the Wrecking Ball, we won't be seeing the Wrecking Ball in that Disruption comp to kind of go kind of counter the Bunker comp. So Bunker's going to be really potent here. Look at this Bastion on this table. He's on a table. Please clap.
He's on a table, dude. How does he do that? I don't know.
Oh, no.
We're getting a pick on the Zeus before the fight even started. That's already.
Oh, that was a trap kill. Poor Zeus.
Oh, that was a. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit tough to see, but they do have the Bastion onto the high ground. Muffin playing on the Lucio once again. I accidentally said Pando, which is my bad. I said Pando was playing on the Lucio, so I like to fix my mistakes. But here's this dive. They definitely need to have Zeus hack the Bastion to take down their main damage and take out the Junkrat, or go for the Mercy or Baptiste. I definitely think the Mercy would be a good pick here, taking them out right at the fight. And it seems like Zeus is sneaking up behind them. Doesn't really know what he's gonna do yet. They're checking him. They're spy checking for him, as they used to do in TF2. And
Nocturnal is playing this so well.
Ooh, he gets hit by the Junkrat bomb.
Yeah. Nocturnal's playing this so well in scouting. The D.Va isn't gonna do much damage long range, and Pando trying to go for a dive, just not as effective. Hano being taken very low.
Ooh, Polar takes down Muffin right away, and definitely, yeah, you know, we saw Pando try to go for that dive, but he got taken almost instantly. Polar popping off, getting a 2-man with his bomb. G-Man finishing off Pyro Tank, but exactly like you were saying, Nocturnal was kind of doing this thing they used to do in TF2 with called spy check, where you would shoot where you think a spy would be if they would sap your sentry, and that's exactly kind of what they're doing here with Sombra. They're looking behind them, they're looking for her, and when they shoot, they're going to see her, and they're going to take her out. And that's exactly what they just did. So Zeus just became basically an effective fight.
Yep, and we have the Baptiste ult. Zeus trying to get a little more.
And
oh my god!
Goes down almost immediately, flicked on by. Ooh, he gets the damage shield right now, and he gets taken out. This is absolutely huge coming in from our boys, the Honey Badgers, because you just have this mass damage coming in from the Bastion. You have a lot of Junkrat damage, who's also finishing off most of the kills. And how they're doing this little Sombra check is huge.
You know what? You're doing is, and this is perfectly okay. Magna Ignis are going to win this next fight. They have Nano Blade and they have EMP. Those are the best ultimates in the entire game together. If they win, all they need to do is just press the EMP button while all of them are next to each other and Blade, and they'll be fine. Preemptive ultimate Valkyrie coming out from Mordred here, though, trying to make sure they get the amplified healing and splash damage for healing, making sure that they can do that ahead of time. Looks like it's wasted. They just wait it out, and they'll be going for the EMP very shortly. They're really just waiting outside for those cooldowns to end. There's the dive. Here we go.
Yeah, here comes the EMP hopefully soon. They already have the tank mode off, so you can't take that away from them. And they're popping off. G-Man gets one onto Pyro Tank. He's doing a lot of damage. He got one onto Ali. They're down with their Nano Blade. You still have Pando, who is not nanoed, and Winston angry. He's very angry. He's primaled, and he's trying to go in for the backline to take out the Bastion, but he's going to get taken down almost immediately. He has no heals, but G-Man actually taken down by Zeus in a surprising turn of events, kind of 360'd that whole fight. And Pyro's taking out Nocturnal. This could go in the favor of Magna Ignis. They're taking out the picks they really need to. They did res G-Man, but they don't have a lot of people to go fight with them. Orletta does get down Muffin. Ali gets 2. They are doing a lot of damage here.
Ali.
And G-Man goes down almost immediately once again.
Only 15 seconds left on the clock. They will be given 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But yeah, that was a real 180 for that team fight. The Nano Blade not quite working out. A great Bastion ultimate from Honey Badgers to almost take that back, but unfortunately the Bastion was hacked and unable to do a lot then, and just got taken down. They're going to be forced to swap up. And here's the thing. Now Magna Ignis have a huge ult advantage. They have almost 5 ults coming to this. There's the nano boost. They're using everything.
Onto Pando. Wow. They used the bomb as well, got Mordred, and you just have Arletta going down as well. Ali popping off. They are really doing a lot of damage here. They're swinging around like a Brigitte should. And yeah, they're basically running Goat's comp now. Goat's, Sombra, Goat.
Now, I think that might have been a little too many ults to use. They used the nano bomb and EMP, but Zeus is going to swap to the Zarya, which I think is very clever. Both teams going to be running identical comps, but with the Ana on Magna Ignis' side instead of the Zen. Mordred going to be getting use of the Discord Orb, if at all possible. Pendo looks like he's caught out of a little position, but he has the Primal Rage. He's trying to boop the enemy team back, but he's taking a ton of damage.
Yeah, definitely. They're getting pushed into the left side room, and they really need to go. Here comes the Diva Bomb, but the beat drop comes in with a buff, and they still lose him, however. That's just a lot of damage he really can't negate. And you really just have to be aggressive here. After you lose your Lucio, you can't be as aggressive as the speed boost, but we do have Panda, who kind of got slipped in the back, or it might Zeus, my bad. No, you just really need to we just need to regroup, because you just lost so many here for Magna Ignis, and you just need to come back a bit.
Yeah, Magna Ignis need to really just reset, utilize their ultimates as efficiently as possible, and be careful when using them, because now the G-Men has the Graviton and Mordred have the, they have the Transcendence. They basically have a fight win and then another fight win, as long as they don't use those ultimates together. The Graviton, as long as it's not eaten. Oh, look at the flank coming from Magna. This is beautiful. Nano Boost, here's the Graviton, only gets Pendo.
Nano Boost on the Pando. The bomb goes in the air, doesn't find any value, that's fine. They still have a Nano Boost.
Nocturnal goes down.
They can really do a lot of damage. You lose Nocturnal. Ali, they're trying their best to get this. Oh, and they get Polar, that's good. And Hanako gets G-Man, gets Mordred, and you can push that. That's beautiful for Magna Ignis. Really gain their foothold back in.
Yep. Coming back in. Got a couple more minutes on the timeline here. Zeus really taking a couple kills to stagger out. Getting another kill onto Magnifique. That's really good. 40% on the all charge there means that in a couple fights, in 2 fights, they might have the Grav up again. Pendo going to be swapping to the Reinhardt instead of the Winston. I like this change. Barletta doing the same. This place is very enclosed, so you want to see the shield going through both sides.
Yeah.
There we go.
Here comes the rally coming in from Ali. They popped it already. And they're going very aggressive here. That Barletta goes for a charge, doesn't find anything with his, but it's okay.
Wow!
Drop coming in. That's absolutely huge coming in from Magnific. And you know what? You really just, this is it. This is where you be aggressive. They use their beat drop. They only have Zarya grab. And here comes the bomb from Nocturnal. Could be huge. That gets shielded away. That's fine. You still have a lot of damage here. You're still aggressive. And they have the rally coming in from Polar. So now they're pushing in. They're trying to keep them off the point. 25 seconds onto the clock. They really just need to get some picks here and just try to clear this point as fast as possible to get them off overtime. Here comes the Graviton. Here comes the hammer down coming from Pando. They all get stuck into the Graviton coming in from... And here comes the Diva Bomb also coming from Pyro the Tank. Finds one onto Barletta. That is a huge pick, losing your Reinhardt in this fight. Ali still has the rally ready to go. And they are trying their best to hold this. They don't have a Reinhardt, so... No, you really just have to try to just hold it without your Reinhardt. I know I repeated myself, but, after you lose one tank into your goat's comp, you basically become inadequate, and that's what happened. Barletta comes out for his hammer down, but loses it almost immediately.
Noonie, you're cutting out. Reset the call.
What ball?
He's going to reset. Solid 3 points for Magna Ignis, though. Super good for them coming into it. Welcome back, Noonie.
Hello, welcome back. Hopefully my mic has fixed itself and we're not cutting out over and over.
No, you weren't cutting out a lot. You're just cutting out a little bit.
Oh.
Nobody else say anything in chat.
A big pepperoni.
Don't use any banned frog emotes.
No, dude, this is an Overwatch league. All right, I can use what I...
They're illegal.
As long as it's not here, though. This is an Overwatch league.
But that's illegal.
Okay, well... I don't know, man. I was gonna have a comeback, but I was like, nah, it's not worth it. It's not worth the time.
I'm interested to see what Honey Badgers do with this setup. It looks like Magna Ignis has gotten pretty good standing. They ended up with 3 points, all of them pretty much in overtime, but a win is a win. You're going to win the fights that you need to win. That's awesome. Sometimes you don't need to win every fight. You just need to win the ones that
matter.
That get you points, yeah.
Isn't that the motto of life? You just have to win the fights that matter. Don't worry about it.
Ooh, look at this. Zeus going to be running the Ashe. Ali is going to be on their Junkrat. This should be super interesting. And yeah, it's going to be a solid 2-2-2 comp. On the side of Honey Badgers on the attack, it looks like we're going to be seeing Dive with 3 sports, maybe? No, two sports. It's 2-2-2. It's Dive.
Yeah, Zeus and Ali both, they really, there's no bashing in this comp. There's no really big bunker.
I'm okay with it.
Ash needs to pop off, Ali needs to do a massive amount of damage, and you have to go for those single picks with Ash, but Ali can also, they really can just up the damage with the Junkrat. So even though you don't have the bash, you're still setting up on the high ground, you have no shield on the top right, you only have your Diva. So Pyro's really going to have to just, you know, hold this.
Oh no, they swapped.
Ooh, they swapped to Dive. This might spell heartbreak for our good friends Magna Ignis. You really just need to find a way to do this, because now they know they're going to get dived on. If they get dived on, you really just need to, you know, peel for your
beautiful.
teammate.
Dynamite. Nice suck. Good suck.
Ooh, don't, please stop. And here comes the dive coming from the left side. It seems like you do have, you know, Barletta going left side. Polar already there with them. Mordred giving them the speed boost. And now they kind of regroup back to the original point where the Orisa was holding. The original high ground. Because they saw the dive was coming. They wanted to stay there for them. The shield is still holding. Barletta doesn't get a shield onto the high ground. They are antied, so you really need to find something in the back. And here comes Barletta, nano boosted, going up there to find whatever you can. Pando does get Polar out of that fight almost immediately. And you still have a lot of damage. They need a touch at that point. They already have 2 ticks, almost 3. Here comes Bob. Here comes Junkrat Tire. Does get G-Man. G-Man actually gets Pyro out of the tank. Ali does get Eternal out of their mech. And Zeus is taking 3 of them out with the Bob and by himself.
Yep. Nice job from Zeus to really use that Bob on the flank, just doing work, getting the picks off. That was really good to see.
Definitely, and we were talking about this cast previously. Zeus can't build his Bob once his Bob is set out. So he has to make this Bob count, and then after that Bob is done, he has to rebuild it again. So he can't just toss out Bobs willy-nilly. He needs to make these count, and he made that one definitely.
Yep, he definitely did.
Seems like Muffin's going to pop the Valk, try to keep the team right back up. Here comes the beat drop. Here comes the dive coming in from Honey Badgers. They're looking for what they can get. Barletta already gets Muffin. That's a huge pick, taking out the Mercy out of the equation, going primal. Here comes Ali with their tire. They find 2 absolutely huge coming from Ali. They get 2 of them right out of the fight, both Magnific and Nocturnal. G-Man does get the Bongo out of the fight, so that's a damage boost. But they need the touch. Barletta's picking it up, though. He has a lot of damage. He's doing a lot, but he's the only one on point right now. Here comes, you know, Mordred trying to hold this for a bit longer, but he really needs to regroup and help his team. Even though Nocturnal's there, Magnific running down main, aiming for the heals. You just need to pull back and regroup for your team.
Yeah, they realized that they needed to regroup, and Mordred gonna be taken down.
Having to pay for trying to go help his teammate stall, he is going to get taken out. Absolutely heartbreaking to see.
This isn't looking good for Magna Ignis. They have a grab bomb combo. And Hanako doesn't have the Transcendence, so this could be useful for them. We'll see how that works. But to be honest, I don't think the grab bomb is going to be super effective against this bunker comp. Here's another bomb from
already
Zeus.
In the background. Here comes the grab. Here comes the bomb. Bomb finds one onto Zeus. Ali gets 2.
Ali!
They both get Mordred and Barletta. Here comes another Diva bomb coming out right out the gate from Pyro. Doesn't find a lot of value, but they already have so much coming from Ali, who even in death, they pop off and get Nocturnal with the Martyrdom.
That was amazing. I love that Total Mayhem ability. And yeah, interesting plays from Nocturnal, but only 10 seconds left. They're going to have to touch here. They will touch. G-Man gets the first kill.
Ooh, that's good. That's a good pick onto Hanako. They have no trans.
Oh,
Zeus goes down as well. Barletta. Magna Ignis is kind of staggering here. They're losing a lot of things right now. Here comes the Orisa Bongo, the damage booster, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be of value. They're already losing so many people on Magna Ignis' side that it's really just a wasted ult.
Yeah. Nocturnal gonna pop off here and get a bunch of kills. Great for them. They acquire the first point and are given another 2.5 minutes, and it'll be the same pace that Magna Ignis have gone, which means that we have a really close series in hand for us. We'll see what Magna Ignis can do for this defense. It looks like they've swapped off to the Rind 3-3 completely. They have Hanako and Muffin's ultimates as well, so a lot of defensive ultimates to try and engage and get some ult charge into this next fight. They're going to hold it over by these saloon doors.
Magna Ignis definitely playing very aggressive here. They know they have to take him off of this payload, and they really need to do it fast. But Magnific gets the ult, the nano boost.
Nice beat.
Onto Barletta. Barletta holding off. Nice beat coming in from Muffin, however. So the nano boost is kind of, you know,
nice trans.
Just tainted. And then we have a lot coming in right now. The bomb goes off. Pyro still has their bomb. They're going to send it straight up over him. Is it going to find any value? Yes, it does. It gets Magnific out of the fight. And
but there's no Reinhardt.
There's no Reinhardt to cover him, so they're getting pushed in very hard. Barletta getting a pick with the Primal Rage. And you know what? This is what I was kind of afraid of coming in from Magna Ignis. You know, they didn't have a Reinhardt, so they didn't really have anything to cover him. They do now, but, you know, you just kind of... Beforehand, they didn't have one, so they only had the Orisa on, right? So now that they do, they need to play aggressive, and they need to touch right now.
Mm-hmm. They have the Graviton, they have a rally. If they win the next 2 fights, I think that Magna Ignis just win this map. They're going to have to touch, though. Oh, there's a meter left, and a huge anti-nade.
Absolute huge anti-nade. Here comes the Graviton as well coming in from Magna Ignis. They might be able to hold this, and that's what they do. They clear him off the point. Oh, that sucks to see from Honey Badgers, but you know what? They had a very aggressive second push. So that was very good. So
30 seconds left. Barletta's going to swap to the Reinhardt, and all they needed to use was Ali's rally there. That was it. That was all they needed to win. They need to make sure that there's no C9 though, and that's what Pando's going to do. He's going to stay down at the bottom while the rest of the team takes the high ground. They're trying to go around for the flank onto the point. Rally coming in from Polar this time. Nice shatter.
Absolutely huge coming from Pando. Finds at least 3 on the ground. They have to go in. Pando gets taken out in that room, however, gets absolutely staggered. Here comes the bomb from Pyro. Finds Barletta in the air. That was absolutely huge boop. And they really need to pick it up. Magna Ignis gets the Graviton as well. And the rest of them, it's looking good for them. It's looking really good for them, but looking really good, really bad for Honey Badgers. Here comes the beat drop. Here comes the Diva Bomb. And Nocturnal does find Pyro, however, but it's not looking too good. There's only one holding. Here comes the Graviton, but it looks like they're going to be able to clear that off, and Magna Ignis is going to take that round.
Nice. Very nice. It looks like we've got ourselves a solid series here, and Magna Ignis showing a lot of signs of life coming into this. Hanako didn't nearly go down as well as we thought that they would, and stayed alive a lot more. The antis, although huge, they didn't seem like they mattered too much, and just great team play coming from Magna Ignis there. On that second map, I'm so ready to see the third.
I definitely am as well. We saw a lot of huge beats. You know, the antis were kind of huge, but the beat drops coming in from Magnific and both Muffin were absolutely large. You would have them during the Diva Bombs, during the Gravitons, and during just any team fight where they thought they were going to lose someone, they would drop it almost immediately and save their team.
Yeah, I personally love the preemptive beats, the beats that they use to engage. And while I grab a glass of water, Noonie, do you want to tell them one more time about the Twitch panel on the left, the voting, MVP voting?
It will be my pleasure. You go get that water and I'll tell them all about it. So like we said before in the previous match or the previous round, you can choose your Twitch MVP into the Twitch picks on the bottom left, right under the screen. Now, we've just seen a lot coming in from both Magna Ignis and Honey Badgers. We saw a lot of huge plays coming from Pandado with his hammer downs. A lot coming in from Nocturnal, however, with their bombs, and Barletta with the primals on Winston. So whoever you believed was the MVP of this match, we're almost to the third round. So whoever you want to hold it for that last thing, you can go ahead. But if you find, you already know who you want for MVP, go ahead and just click it right there. For extra bits, you can actually add another vote, but that's only if you want to. And that's just a quick little PDA,
I'm back. I got some water.
You got some water, some good water, tap water. What are we talking about here?
I was thirsty. Casting is
hard work.
Yeah, as much in a while. It's been great. I'm super happy.
Definitely. I really like, we've had back-to-back games. My brain's kind of a little fried. I'm kind of getting the players mixed up. But definitely, it's really good to have a lot of this. This is very close from Honey Badgers and Magna.
I'm sure they don't mind
like seeing that. Yeah, I definitely like seeing it.
I'm sure the players don't mind.
I just want to be Overwatch League, you know, professional. Okay, just leave me alone.
Ooh, are we gonna be seeing Li Zhang?
Ooh, I love Li Zhang.
Li
This would be a
Zhang?
perfect match for match 3.
Yeah. Wow, we will be seeing Li Zhang. And another color swap. Magna Ignis going to be on the blue. Honey Badger is going to be on the red now.
That's originally what we started as. They do have to ban and save a hero correctly, so we should just be able to see that shortly.
Yeah, I'm suspecting we're going to see the Lucio save yet again. Goat's very prevalent. And I think from Magna Ignis, we're going to see either a Brigitte or a Diva ban. We'll see what they want to do. But it seems like both teams are kind of favoring this Goats comp. So honestly, I don't know. They could just go something crazy. These are the tournament's rules here. Yep. They're going to save the Diva. That's interesting.
And blue side. Okay.
Yeah, they are on the blue side.
Yeah, I mean they're already on there, but I guess they wanna make it known. Let's see.
I'm on the blue side.
So they do save Diva, but who are they gonna ban? Once again, it's Ball.
Ball.
No one really likes the Wrecking Ball. No one likes that little cuddly hamster.
Ball.
It's making me a bit angry.
Ball.
Okay, can you please please
Gotta
stop
ban it.
Please stop being you. But losing the Wrecking Ball. Yeah, I don't really need that right now. But definitely losing the ball seems to be like what these teams want to do. Maybe they both have some really good Hammond players. I guess I'm never gonna be able to see because they keep banning the ball. But it's definitely not gonna encourage a very divey comp that they would.
These are aiming haters. The haters of the Chengdu Hunters here.
Hater of the god of Wrecking Balls, yeah. You're right.
The Yata Chad.
The Yoga Chad. Man, that's
Yoga
just
Chad.
the Yoga Chad.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, I just made her up right now. You gonna fight me on it? You gonna copyright it or something?
No.
Yeah, that's what.
Just gonna Omega Lul.
You know why? Because I'm the Yoga Chad.
Looks like Honey Badgers are ready. We're waiting for Magna Ignis to ready. Yep. It looks like they're ready, and everyone's ready. We'll be getting to Li Zhang Tower shortly.
And our daily message of the
control
day.
map. Rubbing my hands for another control map.
Yeah, and the daily message would. Yep. Me too. Honestly,
Yeah.
Li Zhang is one of the most beautiful maps as well. It's just how much light there is and just the city vibe of the whole place.
Yeah, I don't like it because it seems smoky. Like there's a lot of smoke. You know what I mean? Seems kind of foggy.
Seems smoky, he says.
Yeah,
Okay.
it seems kind of foggy. Look at all the smoke and the fog.
Well, it's an industrial environment, so of course
Yeah.
it'll be. It's a huge
Well, it's
city.
supposed to be China, right? China, there's a lot of smoke in China.
I don't know, dude. Do I look like I've been to China?
Dude, you're supposed to know this.
I don't know. I'm supposed to know anything. I'm supposed to be an Overwatch caster, not a,
As an Overwatch
Person
caster,
in
you
the-
need to know about China.
I need to know every single detail since 1300 about China, since 700 BC about every little known fact about China. If I don't,
Yes.
I'll be fired, and I'll never have a job again.
Not an Overwatch League caster. All right, we're going to be looking over comps. And I don't think Allie's on the right here. Are you on the right here, Allie? No.
No,
Yes,
they're
you
not.
are now.
They-
Brigdale. Both teams going to be running
Ryan
Ryan Goats. We'll see which teams initiate, which speed on, and which will defend here. I think the first couple of seconds of the match really dictate how things go. Big position coming in
Ooh, here
from
we go.
Magna Ignis here.
Definitely the first few
Allie running
seconds
so
can-
low, though. Oh,
Get
Pando.
it, Magna Ignis already on the point, but Pando goes down almost immediately. That's gotta hurt. But now Barletta is gonna be able to push in without any resistance from the Rhine. Only the Vegeta who can. You know what? It's looking very big for Honey Badgers. They already took down 2 at the moment. That's a 3 coming from Allie. They also go down. It looks like Honey Badgers are gonna take this point.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Stagger
huge
out
coming
Zeus a
from
little bit. I don't think it's the best idea to stagger out Azaria with a Graviton Surge, but that's just me.
I mean,
Anyways,
there's
Mordred looking at his ult charge, look at that, 94% already. Polar already has the rally. Actually, both Brigittes having the rally is pretty big. Barletta also having her shatter is kind of huge as well. And yeah, here come the rallies.
Pando can be more aggressive. Rally coming from both teams. Barletta gets bubbled, however, so Pando doesn't get his damage in. Here comes Barletta once again with the hammer down, gets blocked. So there's no value coming out of that for Barletta. Here comes the Diva Bomb. The shield's almost down for Barletta. And it does get Hanako in the back. No, popping off with that one bomb. Polar rather, gets panned. And Barletta gets Pyro. They clean it up very nicely. That's what we've seen from Honey Badgers. They can go into a fight, be aggressive, and initiate it so well that they can clean it up right now.
They do, and not a lot of ults being used for that. Just the bomb and the shatter, and Barletta's already halfway through the shatter too. Zeus, both ultimates from the Zaryas and the Zenyatta's here going to be really big factors into this next fight. I'm sure that Muffin's going to get his B drop as well, so we're going to see both things there. Nocturnal being taken out of mech, not too
Here comes
good.
The Graviton, here comes
shatter.
the Diva Bomb. Could be huge, could be huge. Doesn't find a lot of value, but Pando already took down G-Man, so this is already initiating the fight. Barletta goes for the pin, gets taken down by Pando once again. He's absolutely a mad lab. He's going in bumper style, super style, and just going for the aggressive charge. And that's what I like to see from Myra. There he goes again, getting one more pick. Pando absolutely holding this on. And you have just, Mordred who's just sneaking up behind him into their spawn. You know, he's just going in there. He's just going to regroup with his team, go in there. Beat a nice
trying to get out.
Zenyatta. No, yeah, no flank Zenyatta, no flank.
No sideshow.
Sideshow Overwatcher.
Anyways, here's the shatter.
Down comes
Beautiful shatter.
Rally. Absolutely, shatter coming back from Barletta with a counter shatter. The B drop coming in from Muffin and the Graviton plus Diva Bomb. This could be huge. No shield to cover. And there it goes. It pops off. You do have him pushing on the point. You do have two people already. G-Man, magnificent. It's here. It's gonna go right onto the.
So close. Oh, another shatter.
G-Man's fully charged. Barletta coming down for another shatter. And it's huge. It's absolutely cleaning up this fight. And it's looking very good for Honey Badgers, who take the point right back into their favor.
Barletta's doing so well with this Reinhardt, able to get 2 Earth Shatters in one fight. That was incredible. Muffin gonna try to touch Ali.
Just stalling. Ali going in, but doesn't be able to touch. They can't do.
You're cutting out again, Noonie.
Oh, let me look.
Nooney's gonna reset, but yeah, 1-0 for Honey Badgers. They really decisive coming into that map. Heading into Gardens.
That's right. We're going into the Gardens now, and what we just saw from Magna, Ignis, and both Honey Badger, they played very aggressively on that. But in the end, Honey Badgers just had the better shatters in there. They had it built up quickly from Barletta, and you just saw it go in there so well. Pando did have some as well. He's very aggressive, but not as aggressive as Barletta. We got those
the counter shatter from Barletta was just amazing, and he's going to be running the Winston now, showing how deep his hero pool is, really, with the Winston and the Rhine. Both teams taking position in the middle of the circle. This really favors the Rhine goats, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely having a lot of damage and being able to swing that much. Plus the shield equals, you're just going to be able to have a lot more on here, and especially with the Zarya. So Pando has to just really swing around, help his team a bit, get those bubbles, and so he can charge up Zeus and do a lot more than he needs. You do have the Lucio behind him, however. Magnificent's just sneaking up behind him. He goes back to his team. He wasn't going for a blooper or anything, but it's kind of a stalemate right now until Polar goes down by Ali. That's huge from them. Here we go. We also have the Diva in the background. Here comes the hammer down from Pando. Finds 3. Mordred down. G-Man low. And Zeus is so charged up here. They were just giving him a lot of charge from Pando.
And that's exactly what happens when you have a Reinhardt versus a Winston Goats and you don't go in on as the Winston. As the Winston, you need to be constantly going for their backline, searching for that. Barletta are going to be swapping to the Reinhardt, noticing that there was a significant flaw in their composition or just how they were playing it. They have the rally to go in. Both teams have rally. Both teams have trance. We'll see how this works. Zeus also have the grab, so Might see that yeeted in like it was last round. Here we go.
Yeah, the good Yeet will send that right into the playfield. And we have them both in this choke. They have the rallies, they have the bombs, they have the gravitons, they have the transcendence to initiate fight, and the beat drop plus the
double
bomb.
support ults. Hanako gets a pick though. Nice shatter. Wow, incredible play coming from Pando and really redeeming himself from that last round. Stagger onto G-Man, gonna be good. High Noon, are you okay? He might have disconnected here. He muted himself. Might be receiving some technical difficulties. It's okay, I will solo cast. Keep an eye out for Barletta's Earth Shatter here. This Reinhardt's been very solid coming to this fight. They need to get onto the point though. It's 75%. Pendo taken very low. Shatter doesn't do too much. Gets canceled out, but Polar is going to take down Ally. Both teams vying for position in the middle. Charge coming in from both. Gets canceled by Polar, and it looks like finally the Honey Badgers have the point at 90%. Good plays coming from them.
Seems like that's a technical defeats on my end.
Refuse, I think you're gonna invite him back. He left the game. But yeah, we saw Magna Ignis get the point back. It's 94%. Both teams have their Zenyatta and Brigitte ultimates in play. Both teams coming up with the Graviton Surge, and this is almost coming down to the last fight here. I think that Magna Ignis might be able to pull this off with a well-timed bomb. They have the bomb to come in with here. Both rallies.
Here comes the Graviton. Both the damage and the rally, plus the Transcendence goes in. Doesn't find a lot of value, but that's fine, because they're going to have to regroup and go back to that choke. They have the hammer down coming in from both sides, Barletta and both Pando. But Pando seems to have the bigger one, because they're losing a lot of health on Honey Badger's side. Here comes the Diva Bomb trend. And boom, Pando finds two already. Pyro's demacked Ali gets taken, or takes down Barletta. And it looks like Magna Ignis is going to be able to take this back once more.
Yep, Magnifique trying to stay on the outside to try and touch. He won't be able to touch! Aww.
That's hurt. But it's now 1-1. This is anyone's game from Magna Ignis or the Honey Badger.
Yeah, it really is. This is such a close...
Definitely. And sorry for the technical difficulties. My game kind of just closed and my Discord kind of lagged out. But it seems to be going stable now, and I'm back, and I'm ready to play.
You're ready to play?
I'm ready to play by play. Ooh, Zeus left the game. We have a pause. Man,
it's alright.
I think the servers are going bad. I had my lag, and now we have this. Ooh, that's...
Do you normally have lag?
No, this is actually the first time, and now we lost Zeus unexpectedly, so...
Maybe it's the new patch.
Maybe, but we're just gonna have to wait for Zeus and the round will proceed. We're 1-1 right now for Honey Badgers and both at Magna Ignis. So, see what's about to go down.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on. I let the teams know that you just crashed as well, so it wasn't like a huge thing. It seems like this has been happening over the course of the patch that's been out, which is unfortunate, but with Zeus back, we'll continue. Both teams up 1-1. I'm just super happy that they crashed when, when the game wasn't actually going on, so nothing was really lost here. That's
yeah, definitely. This is before the round started. We're still on the countdown timer. We're preparing to attack to the 20. So, not much has been lost. Crash is fine. It's just, I think, the new patch does make it a little bit laggy. But we're back and ready to go. No lagging coming from the casters. We're good to go.
I'm so ready.
I am ready. It's bread.
You're ready?
You see what I did there? I said bread. Ready? Is it ready? And I'm comedian. Yeah. Yeah. But here we go, and they're off. Both running a 3-3 comp, almost mirroring each other, except
on the
for
maid,
the one big maid. That's right. It's almost a mirrored comp, but you lose, one of your...
Alright, get that wall in.
Oh,
the wall gets Hanako!
The wall is there. Oh, they take Hanako down almost immediately. That's absolutely huge. Nocturnal seems to be knowing what he can do with this wall. And here comes another one. Right down main. They know what they're doing. Here comes the freeze. They're just running around here. They do have the wall.
Ooh. Barletta is doing so much work. Mordred goes down, but...
Barletta just picking up the kills. He's doing a lot of damage. This is what Barletta does. He's a strong main tank. On the Winston or on the Reinhardt, he knows when to pin, he knows when to swing, and he knows when to get that damage.
Yeah, and it seems like Magna Ignis is just having a little too much difficulty, you know, against the Mei. We'll see how they can adapt, because Pyro being taken down very low, Hanako being taken out of the fight completely, it means a lot. G-Man already at 100 HP here. There's the rally for both teams.
Rally coming out from both. Here comes the hammer down, gets shielded, or they do get 1 hour. From that, you have the Graviton popping off right now. Mordred coming in with the Transcendence, absolutely saving the rest of the team. The hammer down does come in, but Mordred's already there, just denying any damage that can come through.
Yep.
And you do have
trying to go for the freeze.
The freeze, here we go,
the freeze.
Finding much,
He's
but that's
the best
fine.
character in Overwatch.
Honestly, just balanced as off.
Yeah,
pushing
cutting out a lot as well again.
Oh man. Halfway to the hands. How about now? Is it a little better?
Yeah, a little bit.
I think it's just evening out from the crasher. Ooh,
try resetting it again.
That's good. Yeah. Hopefully that's a little better. Hello.
Yep. So, you know, G-Man has the Graviton Surge. There's a huge engage. That wall is actually pretty big. It's going to stall for another fight out, and they're kind of almost down to the last fight here. Hanako running very low. Graviton coming through, but there's nothing to stop it.
Here comes the Shatter coming in from Pando.
Nice.
Absolutely huge. Finds 4. Ooh, they're cleaning it up here. This could be the good push coming from Magna Ignis. They really need this right now. They lost some people onto Honey Badger's side. Barletta goes for a pin, finds it, but he gets stunned almost immediately and killed. Absolutely huge coming from Magna.
And now they have the BAP instead of the Brigitte. Ooh, my God. Ali running very low here.
Ooh, almost one hit. They really need to regroup with their team.
Yeah.
You do have the Immortality Shield. You almost have... it's like a lot of ults for both sides. Honey Badgers have a lot.
Here we go.
Here comes the May ult. Here comes the Damage Rooster. Here comes the Graviton. Here comes the Diva Bomb. It's just like Christmas for all these ults. And you know what? Not all of them are finding that much value out of it. The Wall Hammer finds a lot. They get Zeus.
Oh, that Shatter's huge, though.
That's a huge Shatter coming in from Barletta. Gets Pando and Ali's both Immortality Shield. This is really good. This is really good for Honey Badgers. They continue to push this. They're walling people off left and right. Nocturnal almost got Zeus, and they do get him. Finish him off right there. Barletta takes out Pyro Tank, and Magnific takes down Hanako.
Pando, can he touch? Ali will touch.
Ali's gonna touch for a bit. The rally comes in from Polar. Barletta takes down Pando. It's not looking too good for Magna Ignis right now. They're losing people by the seconds, and it's looking very, very good for Honey Badger.
And Honey Badgers will take the lead in this series 2-1. That was pretty one-sided towards that last point, but yeah, just couldn't deal with the Mei specifically. Barletta being really enabled by the freezes, able to do so much damage here. I think this wasn't. Oh, this was that amazing, just a regular Shatter. Like, it's 4 people pinned on the ground and gets 3 kills with it. Good to see.
Yeah, Nocturnal absolutely being huge on that Mei. She really knows what she's doing on there.
Yeah, Nocturnal has been playing well. I think Polar has been playing well, specifically on that Brigitte, doing a lot of work. The Nocturnal on the Mei just, completely cleaning up house. Was really good to see. And we'll be taking it to a map number 4. I'm hoping this goes all the way. So, looks like Honey Badger's going to be banning Anubis out. We still might see a 2CP map, though.
Yeah, it seems like she was really just walling off at the perfect times. There was times where she would wall off Zeus, and Zeus was just getting taken out immediately, or Panado. They were really, they really knew when to just wall off the enemies, and that's really what you want from a Mei in this kind of comp. You really want that aggression, but you also want that momentum.
Yeah, no, you're really right. When you get that Mei, you need to get that initial first pick, or she's not effective at all. Because over the course of the fight, the D.Va eats so much damage that the Mei isn't worthwhile unless you can get that initial wall off. If you do, though, you can snowball to the map win, which was exactly what Honey Badgers did.
Yeah, and they really had a lot of good blizzards here, and we saw in that last fight, we had just almost a whole bunch of ults just being thrown and hoping that one of them would stick. Harrow, she did throw her bomb in there as well, but there was also the Graviton, the Rally, and the Beat Drop that came in, so it kind of just dissuaded that from them.
It did. It did, and the blizzards were getting so much value too. You didn't think that blizzards would get that much value as well. Magna Ignis going to be looking for their next map. They're going to decide on Eichenwald, which is another map that we casted earlier today.
No, Eichenwald, the Eichenwald match we casted kind of went one-sided.
It was.
They held them in first point, so let's see what they can do, because Magna Ignis and Honey Badgers, they both have a long, they've been just so very even on these kind of fights. It's been nice to see.
It is good to see a fight that's not a stomp completely. I want to see Magna Ignis turn this around in map 4, and I think in order to do that, they're going to need to be playing their goats completely solidly. Magna Ignis going to be swapping to the red side. We got another swap, which is hysterical. And
dude, I'm getting dizzy from all these swaps. I don't know who's this to.
Sombra from Honey Badgers going to be saved. That is interesting to see. We'll see what Magna Ignis ban in this next phase. Interesting. The Sombra is interesting, but to be honest, I don't think Magna Ignis really plays too much of that. So this might be a really good advantage for the Honey Badgers. They might go for some kind of Sombra goats or like Sombra bunker. Either way, this will be really fun to see. We haven't seen too much of the Sombra this series. Just saw it for a little bit on Attack on Hollywood.
Yeah, just on Hollywood, we only saw it for a bit, and it was a key component in a way. We did have the EMP, and that was pretty huge for the middle. Noct was holding on the D.Va, however. We saw before, because Nocturnal, she was just spy checking in a way. We saw that, Zeus would try to go behind him and sneak up, and it's just like, you saw just like the whole team, G-Man also on the Bastion, they would just turn around, spray him down, and just go again. And they just really didn't care for the Sombra until, when they got the big EMP, where you don't really have to be there just to hack someone. You just press, Q, and that hacks the whole vicinity around you.
There's some really funny spams in the chat.
I see you take place in it. You're a ride, Badgers by my side, we take all of their lives. It'd be like catching flies. Mordred, he may feed, he's our team's main lead bar. Let is an animal, he'll eat your main take like a cannibal. Noct is pog you, Polar may be mean, but he's only 13. He may be Mag may be a mercy main, but his E powers are rain.
E-girl powers drain. Oh my god.
That's a good copy pasta.
Solid copy pasta, guys.
That's like the Alfredo copy pasta, right?
From Honey Badgers. Good stuff.
Good stuff, absolutely huge.
10 out of 10 meme, great. They left the... No, they're colder here.
At least this map right here, we've had a lot of control, but this is going to be like, Assault and then Escort, so that's pretty good to see. We want to see a lot more Escort other than Hollywood.
Yeah, I hate seeing things being stuck on just one side, right? And stuck on one point and having to hold Eichenwald first point and just spectating that one specific point. I want to see some stuff to be captured and to have the hybrid map go fully its way,
Yeah, you want some good flanks. You want some just good all-around strategy coming in. You just don't want to see him running at a point. You want to see, with some with the payload map, you also have a lot more mobility because all you gotta do is push the payload. So if you have one guy on there, you can have the rest of your team strategizing and go behind.
Just telling the team that they had a good pasta.
Pasta? I'm more of a... What kind of flavor of pasta do you like?
What do you mean?
Like,
What style?
Yeah, you like spaghetti, you like noodles, what do you got?
My favorite is linguine.
Linguine, huh?
Yeah, because it's like a thinner spaghetti. It's not like round, it's kind of flat. It's still really good.
I'm more of a fan of just spaghetti. But here we are on Icon Wall. Last time we had this, we saw just a lot of just full holding on to the point. We didn't get the payload part of it. So I really want to see the payload part being played here. I want to see, honey badgers and both Magna and this just popping on.
Yep. And we saw the Sombra being saved, so it looks like Zeus might be playing it on this offense here. On the defense, though, we might have something a bit different. No, we're going back to the Zen Brian Goats. I was debated. And to be honest, I don't mind that we keep going back to this composition, because if both teams are competent in this composition, then just play it. And I want the better team to win. I want the team that's most practiced on something to win, So just play what you're good at. You can learn other things later, but in this tournament, I want people to play their best stuff, Play the good stuff. And both teams going to be playing Ryan's Done Goats here. Swapping off. Nothing to be gained.
Nothing to be gained. The goats. I love goats. Do you love goats? I don't really like goats. Here they go, though. Right. Yeah.
It's high tier. It's high level.
It's all right. Magna in this pushing to the left side. They really just need to go and be aggressive here. That's what you got to do on this left side.
Mordred.
Ooh, Mordred. Here goes the Pando with the pin, but Barletta and Mordred both clean up right there.
Nice job from Barletta and company. Good stuff.
Good stuff. Good stuff all around. That's what we've seen from Barletta and both the Honey Badgers, like how they play in their play style. They're both very aggressive.
Look at Mordred's ult charge, already up to 60% here, and Hanako only at a 40.
Yeah, definitely. He'll have that very soon because he got the pick right off the bat, and that hugely brings up Zen's ult charge. Hanako's only at 47. Meanwhile, Mordred's almost at 75. That's absolutely huge for them. And when that fight comes and they need fields or whatever, they'll have it. Pando does get pinned. He gets bubbled, however, by his teammate Zeus. The hammer down comes in, finds two. Nocturnal, she's down. Here comes G-Man, who goes down almost immediately by Hanako. And now you have the Transcendence coming in from Mordred. Hanako only 90% to their ult.
Shadow from Barletta. Gets blocked.
Gets blocked, however, so it's not going to find a lot of value. Pyro Tank, she also gets Barletta. Ali gained Mordred. Ali cleaning it up and gained Magnif as well.
Great plays coming out. I love that Diva combo with the Reinhardt. You saw Pyro going in and shifting in, even though they only had 150 HP. They shifted in, bumped the Reinhardt Barletta up a little bit, and then Pendo shattered and got 3 people with that. That was beautiful to see. You didn't get to see the complete value from Mordred's Transcendence there on the Zenyatta because so many people died almost immediately. The door not being held here might be a sketchy decision, and we'll see what happens. Ali from the backside, nothing going to be gained there. Pando running very low, though. Holy moly, going to have to be dropped. Here's the bomb.
He just shield on for this. Barletta not even blocking it. He just takes the bubble and take the damage. The Graviton does come in from Zeus, however, and they go right on. Here comes the hammer down coming from Pando, however, from the back. Gets 2 of them, but gets almost pinned immediately by Barletta. Pyro to tank.
Pyro
gets 2 with the bomb. Pando also gets Barletta. They're down 2 tanks. And there goes Nocturnal as well. She will go down. G-Man as well. And that was just a good hold from, that was just a good push from Magna Ignis. Like, we saw, they weren't holding the high ground for, they were holding the high ground for a bit onto, Honey Badger's side, but then they went down to fight them, and that's when everything kind of came apart.
Yeah, Pyro has been doing so much work with this Diva, getting really nice bomb placements and just using Diva's kit all around. G-Man does have the Graviton Surge, so expect to see that out soon because Hanako doesn't have the Transcendence. Oh no, Magnifique gets picked off immediately.
That's it. That's gotta be an oof right there. Here comes the Graviton, however.
No.
Mordred gets one. Hanako gets Mordred right after that. G-Man fully charged up, going in. And here comes the Graviton, the Transcendence. Pyro gets 2. Ooh, that's a good Transcendence right there. Keeping up the team a little bit longer. Barletta goes down almost immediately. And there's kind of a little bit of a boop right there. I don't know if you saw it. They almost flew off the map. Magnific kind of going to reset.
He heard what you told him.
It's a bit of a boop.
Fly off the map, buddy. Here we go. Here I go. Oh my god.
Man, that's crazy. But it seems like Magna Ignis is on a roll right now. They have such good momentum.
They do, and they have 4 minutes left too. Pendo going to be rocking the ultimate here if he doesn't get taken down. Here's the bomb. Shatter coming out. No, Pendo goes down.
Ooh, Diva Bomb gets Mordred. And Nocturnal gets Zeus here. That's huge for her.
Zeus going down as the end of the fight.
And Magna Ignis,
that's gonna be the end of it.
If we talk about their momentum, they almost instantly lose it. Which is heartbreaking to see. They did have some good ults coming out, but they just kind of lost it. They have a lot coming out at the moment, though. Mordred with the... well, you see, they actually have Pando with the hammer down. Mordred, however, has the Transcendence, so he can counter that almost immediately if he stays back and plays in the background.
Yeah, we'll have to see how Zeus can use his Graviton, because if the Magna Ignis can really bait out the Transcendence and then go for a late Graviton... Oh, no.
Hammer down coming in from the counter from Barletta. And it's kind of huge. They get 2 down already. Polo gets Ali. They're down their Brigida for their Goats comp. They can go ahead and push in now. They can be aggressive. Magna Ignis doesn't have their Brigida, so they can really just get taken down here. Pando gets pinned. He gets hit. And he almost goes down. And that's the Transcendence we were talking about.
The turnaround.
Ooh, Hanako might be able to save the team here. They get both Gravitons in, both Transcendents on. They get a beat drop coming in from Muffin. They get the Diva Bomb coming in from Nocturnal. And she finds one with Pando. Barletta getting Muffin out of the fight, losing both a healer and tank.
Yeah, that'll be it. Nocturnal going to be cleaning up on her Diva. A good plays from them. They used a bit much. They had 5 ultimates coming into that last engagement and only have 2 coming out of it. So they did expend a bunch, but then again, Magna Ignis don't have that much either. They did expend the beat drop and the Transcendence and the grab as well. So just a lot of ultimates being used around, and ultimately Magna Ignis going to lose that. They have the Graviton. We'll see what Polar can do with the rally, though. Here we go, rally coming in.
Ooh, here comes the rally.
First shadow gets canceled.
Canceled down, but Hando gets his off. You find 2 with that, but they're going really low on Magna Ignis' side. If they get aggressive here from Honey Badgers, they can get this. The bomb does come in. It doesn't find any value to hide behind the shield. They get a lot of charge onto Zeus, and they're going in with the rally for Magna Ignis, pushing that payload. Like I said, they needed that aggression, and that's where they got it. But then
beautiful plays.
Slowly, absolutely huge coming in from Magna Ignis, who got in with their damage from Zeus, with Pando, and they just went in with aggression. And that's what they needed. They needed to bully a bit of Honey Badger. They're being pushed back way too much, and now look who has the old economy.
3-2
they hold
minutes,
them at the
and no one can touch.
With the Graviton. Beautiful. Absolutely huge coming in from Zeus.
And that saves you so much time. That Graviton won them another fight, because they were able to push it into another fight. Into the third point, minute 17 on the clock. That's solid coming from Magna Ignis. And what I've been seeing really from them is that they aren't the best Ghost team in this tournament. They aren't by a large margin, but what they're really good at is they're really good at Discord orbing, calling that target, and then immediately Thanos snapping them from the universe. And that's exactly what happened to Barletta. During that last engagement, when the Diva Bomb went through, they were zoning with it. They discorded Barletta, and Thanos snapped him.
Yeah, what we were seeing from Honey Badgers and both, Magna Ignis is Honey Badgers can run normal tanks and they can run dive. In my opinion, I think Honey Badgers can run the better dive kind of goats than Magna Ignis can. But Magna Ignis can hold with better just normal goats, Reinhardt, Zarya, Brigida, what have you, and just Diva. But when Barletta gets onto that Winston, Nocturnal, she gets onto that Diva, you really have a way better just dive coming from them.
Oh,
we're gonna get a pause for it.
Yeah, Magna Ignis calling for a pause real quick. I hope everything is okay. Just a heads up that they are allotted only 10 minutes, so the clock starts now. Make sure you get your clocks ready in your phone app.
Are you talking to me or are you talking to viewers? I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm talking to you, Noonie.
Oh, well, I don't own a phone, my good man. I own a dial-up telephone from 1992.
Oh no.
Yeah,
All right, well, we're getting back into it. It was only
So
5 seconds.
we don't even have to wait the 10 minutes. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
I just, I was gonna send a telegram right now, but I guess I'll just wait on it.
I was really hoping that we'd wait 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean that would have been nice to get that telegram out, but it's whatever. But like what we were saying, if Barletta wants to go on that Winston, he really can do some damage. But it seems like Poli's gonna go on the Hanzo. You're not running 2-2 maybe, or maybe they're running Somber Goats, and it seems to be Somber Goats coming in from the side
Somber
of Honey
Goats.
Badger, and just normal Goats coming in from Magna Ignis.
Yep. We'll see what the Sombra can do. How is she flanking? Nocturnal being a very good diva in this thing. It looks like pulling off towards the side, the backside. Gonna hack the
a little
Brigitte.
skittish here. They're not trying to be too aggressive. They're trying to push onto the point slowly. They get booped back a bit. That's okay though. They're gonna hold back. Pyro, she's getting the boost that she needs to poop back the Barletta, who's their Reinhardt, and we're just slowly playing this right now. Both teams are looking for a pick here. They're going swinging. The Sombra's going in the back, and there's the pick coming in on Pando, and that's going to open everything wide open like a clam. Yep. You got Muffin, who goes down bipolar. Hanako goes down almost immediately, and Zeus, even though he's kind of charged up, he's almost a Graviton. If he can get out of there a bit, it will be huge. But G-Man is also equally charged from his bubbles onto Barletta. So he's just going to be able to take him out in one fell swoop, and they clean it up almost beautifully on here.
Yeah, that was a solid win. Solid first fight win, too. They're going to be allotted 5.5 minutes on this attack. And coming to the second point, if I'm Magna Ignis, I'm fairly scared, although what they do have is some really good ultimates. They have the Graviton that that Honey Badgers don't have. And here we go. Here's the Graviton that I was talking about.
Here comes the rally coming in from both sides. Pando gets his pin over the head, so he doesn't get it, but he gets the hammer down. He gets two, but here comes Magnif with their beat drop, and that's huge for them. Pando already found the pick on the Polar Hammer, so they can go in if they want to be aggressive, but they might just hold this little choke right here. They really don't need to go into this spawn. They don't need to bully him. They just need to play a little bit of aggressive here, but it looks like they're going to run after him into their spawn. But pull back
the door is probably the best place to go. They're actually going to pick off Nocturnal, which is huge. They're going to have to force the EMP if Honey Badgers are going to try to get through this choke. This is one of the scariest chokes in Overwatch, ladies and gentlemen here. And getting through this choke, they're going to have to utilize a lot of resources. And as I speak that, they backed off for some reason. Why?
Like they have a lot of charge, so they know they can send back for a bit. They have the Diva Bomb. They have the Transcendence.
They're just giving them free movement.
Maybe they want to get him to a better position, kind of bait him there. They do have a Transcendence, however, coming in from Hanako, so they can, if everything goes wrong. Here comes the hammer down from Barletta, the Diva Bomb as well.
Beautiful trans.
Ooh, that's a good Transcendence. Keep the rest of the team up. Here comes the Graviton, and it's going to pick up the rest of the team. It's not going to be enough for Honey Badgers, however, because, well, they got, Pando who's going in there. Zeus is high charge, keeping that charge, even though they held back for a bit and went into the high ground. They still have that really high charge.
And that was a beautiful Transcendence from Hanako, staying off to the side. They knew that the EMP would come out, so what Hanako did was they waited into the castle area, and as soon as the EMP popped, immediately popped that Transcendence and was able to save the team, basically the entire team from that place. Here's a Graviton, beautiful Graviton coming out.
And the rally coming from Ali, they really have it there. Here comes a hammer down from Pando. Finds one onto Polar, needs to push back, and he does get pushed back, however. But they're looking for everything. Zeus still having that charge. G-Man also catching up, however, in that charge range. He has it, he's going for it, but they're getting pushed back by Pyro. She's really trying to keep him away, kind of like a gatekeeper. They push G-Man all the way down. If G-Man could have got out of there with that charge, it would have been huge for him and both Honey Badgers, but that's fine. He can reset. He's almost a Graviton at 83. You almost have Muffin, who's at the beat drop for Magna Ignis. So you have some ults coming up from both sides.
Mm-hmm. I see why they're doing this now. Why they're using these bombardments. And I didn't think it was the smartest idea, but because they're up against the Sombra, it's going to take the Sombra much longer time to get through it. They have swapped now, so I'm talking about the last couple of fights, but Pando doing a ton of work here.
Here comes Zeus, Pando once again. Here comes Hanako with her ult, trying to keep the team up a bit longer. Polar goes down as well. Pyro getting that as well.
They did use the Transcendence, though.
It seemed like on the fights where they did have the Sombra, they were trying to play a little bit far back, so it was harder to hack individual teammates there. But that was good for them, because the Sombra couldn't sneak all the way back. That was just going to be impossible for her. Now we have...
Hanako?
That's the biggest part is Hanako used the Transcendence and G-Man has Grav. So
Definitely.
Muffin needs to get the maximum value, or Pyro needs to bomb this Graviton. Or they just need to bomb the Graviton. There we go. There's
Here comes the Graviton. Here comes the Transcendence.
Nice bomb.
Here comes the bomb. The bomb does find G-Man. He loses that charge, and he loses that Zarya. Oh, the Graviton is gone. Hammer down coming in from Barletta. It's huge. It finds 4. And he goes for the pin onto Pyro the Tank. Pyro the Tank, she's going to get demech. The beat drop comes in. Allie's out of the fight as well. Barletta getting Pyro right out the mech, as I said. Now you're
just moving out. Yeah, they're moving back. Zeus doesn't want to waste any energy. This is the crazy part, though, is that G-Man didn't use the Graviton as well. So they, I think, have the next fight won as well. Hanako needs to desperately get this Transcendence off, and while they're using the rally, they stunned out G-Man. Here's the Graviton.
Here comes the Graviton.
Bomb
Here
is
comes
gonna
the
come
Diva
through.
Bomb. Nocturnal, can she get it? Yes, she can. She can get a 3-piece just like that with that. That is absolutely huge coming from them. That was a good ult. And Nocturnal finds a 4-piece and a 5.
Yeah, Muffin gets a couple for his troubles.
Yeah,
but isn't able to get anything else on top of that, and is going to get a bunch of ult charge, but it's just not enough. And that was what I was talking to you about. Perfect example of a grab bomb combo. However, only 2 minutes on the clock. All that Magna Ignis need to do is win 2, maybe 3 extended fights here, and Hanako has the Transcendence to make that happen. We'll see what Pando can do with the Shatter.
Pando
Gets polar.
By Barletta. He does get polar, but Barletta's behind him, gets 3. A bigger hammer down coming from Barletta, then Pando, but that's fine because they have the Transcendence from Hanako. She pops it off, but there goes Mordred with his, and now you just have them both fighting. This is just a Transcendence. As soon as that Transcendence goes down, it's whoever gets the first pick can win that fight. And it seems like Magna Ignis is going to come back. They have the hammer down. They lose it from Barletta. He doesn't find anything with it, but that's fine. They can charge in. They can do some damage here. And here comes the hammer down coming in from Panda.
Nice hammer down.
The bomb coming in. Doesn't find value.
Oh, it's this bomb.
You have another one. Pyro
gets
1. And they get him right out D-Max.
And they're going to stagger Nocturnal here, which makes this actually 2 fights, hopefully, and not just 1.
Ooh, they did get...
Or 1 fight and not just 2.
They were able to boop off Zeus, however, who had some charge, but it's fine. He still has the Graviton. That's the big play here. The Graviton's the big play from both teams. 81% until G-Man has his, so we just have to wait and see.
But Hanako has the closer Transcendence here. And even though that Barletta has the Earth Shatter sooner, I think the Graviton is going to be the biggest impact. If Zeus can just put this out right now, he might be able to just win this map as long as it's just going to eat in. Here we go.
Here comes the Graviton. Here comes the beat drop. That's good. That's good. It delays that.
Nice
Hanako goes for her ult.
Onto Nocturnal. Nocturnal out of mech.
Back. She needs to get back, or she needs to get back to her team and just reset or something. G-Man has the pick on the Zeus. They now don't have a Zarya and have a lot more charge. Pyro, however, does get Magnific. Letta goes for the hammer down. It's huge. It finds 3 at least. But he might be able to... Pando might be able to save himself here. He goes for the charge. And he's just going to try to help his teammates in the back. He does have hammer down, but what he really should have done there was reset and just go help his team for the second push. But now he's going to be staggered. He's not going to be there for
10 seconds. If they can stall this to the last second, and they might not even need to touch, but if they can win this now, 1 second left. Oh my god, someone
here
just
they go.
touched it the last second.
Barletta takes down Muffin. The hammer down does come in from Pando. Does it finds 2. That's huge. They have the rally coming in from Ali as well. They have that up. The Diva Bomb comes in, doesn't find any value. That's fine. Hanako does get Magnific. And you just have this huge fight coming in from Magna Ignis, who's just trying to hold off best they can. The Diva Bomb also comes in. It goes off, finds Nocturnal. She's down. Mordred's also down. And Pando comes in with that hammer down to clutch, and they take the match on the round.
We're going to a map 5.
They take the round. Map 5, absolutely huge.
Magna Ignis doing so much work, and you can see their teamwork improve over the course of the series as this goes back and forth. We see the beautiful bomb coming out from Nocturnal, but I think the biggest part was Barletta's pin there. Just amazing plays there. Oh, wow! Gets a 5K in that play of the game. You want to save that highlight.
Bomb. You want to save that highlight for like a rainy day or something, or what are they supposed to save it for?
You want to save it for YouTube.
Yeah, your MLG, montage. That's what I would save mine for.
You don't have one?
I don't have one. I had one back in like, the old Call of Duty days. Way back. Bandorado. Ooh.
Cool beans.
Final's very serious about it when it's all in caps.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very close game to what we're used to, though. Our previous casts, they were a little lackluster. They were very easy rolls, but for this is just, it's very, very close. We have both Honey Badgers and just Magna Ignis, who are just, they seem kind of evenly skilled here.
They really do. These are teams that are this is probably going to be the closest match of this tournament.
Definitely.
And I'm happy that we're going to Hanamura. I'm happy that we're going to a 2CP map. I know a lot of people are going to be spamming 2CP Resident Sleeper in the chat, but I personally love Assault, especially the second point coming into this. Though you need to wipe the team in order to win the second point. That is the actual key to victory, right? Is you have to
yeah, definitely.
You have to kill all of their team while surviving all of yourself. And that is an incredibly hard task to take. And honestly, a lot of people would find that frustrating. And obviously, if you're playing in solo queue and you don't have the most coordinated team, that doesn't always happen. But I think that Assault shows the true clean style of Overwatch, that what people should actually be doing coming into these matches, which is clean fights in order to get those points, right?
Definitely, yeah. And, we've seen from both Honey Badger and Magna Ignis, they can get individual picks if they want to, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they seem to do so much better just together as a team, to be honest. It's just like their coordination during the GOATS comp is very well for both sides. Honey Badgers can go in with a very good, Winston like before. Barletta has a big Ryan. He can do well with it. So does, however, Pando. He has his Ryan, who has pretty good hammer downs and shatters and like that. But I think what it goes down to is how well these Ryans can play, how well the main tanks can play, and how well the supports can hold them. Hanako's been huge with her Transcendence. And we also, had Allie. They've been just being huge with the rallies as well. So what we just need to see is both, Magnific and just Polar pop off on their supports and just hope that their tanks can just do the same as well.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Diva gonna be banned out and Mercy gonna be saved off the side of Magna Ignis. There's been another color swap, so Magna Ignis are gonna be the blue and Honey Badgers in the red. They can't possibly swap another time.
Is that just not allowed in the rules?
This can't possibly be a draw. Not possible.
Not possible, huh?
It's possible.
How much you want to bet on that?
I hope we don't get a Dramura.
Dramura.
I mean, I wanted to take this to a map 5, but I am not prepared for a 6-6 Hanamura. We're both with neither team wins, right?
I don't know, man. I kind of want to map 25, in my opinion. I'm kind of losing my voice here a bit. It's getting a bit hoarse. So I'm just yelling. Hoarse, yeah. You never heard that word?
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
Got the horses in the back.
Horseback is attached.
But it seems like they're gonna be banning Diva, and they are gonna be saving Mercy, and both on to Magna Ignis is gonna take defense.
What? Okay, so I have to ask the question: is why did they save Mercy? Is it because we're gonna see Pharmacy?
It could be. It could be that they want to run Bunker on Hanamura, which isn't unusual per se. I've seen a lot of Bunker run on.
Honestly, I think you're right. I honestly think you're right, and I think the Mercy was a debate. I think they're going to go, we saved Mercy because they're going to think, we want to play Pharah Mercy. But the actual comp that they're going to run is Bunker. I definitely agree. That was my thought process coming into this pick ban phase.
Yeah, definitely. And if they run the Mercy as well, they can also run the Baptiste, which they can just toss the Immortality Shield around the point. And it's just going to be, it'll be so hard just to take down that Bash.
Yep. I'm excited for this series. Looks like both teams are ready. We'll be getting into it. Last map, Hanamura. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honey Badgers versus Magna Ignis. Only one team survives. Unless it goes to a tie. In which case, we're going to Busan.
and then only one team will survive.
Battle Royale, huh? Fortnite.
Battle Royale.
Fortnite, we love. Sorry, that's a wrong game. I'm sorry, I'll never mention it again. But definitely, I want to see a bunker comp run here. I've seen it run so many times on Hanamura. I think just on this map, it would work beautifully. You have a lot of places that you can set it up on the high ground, right directly onto the point, or behind this like a little rock right in the middle of the map. It's just like, you set up behind that rock, you have some insta cover there. You set up on the point, you have the cover of the point if you just move around correctly. The high ground, it's all based on what you're going to run with, you know, your Orisa, Reinhardt, whatever you want to do there.
Are we going to get to see a Mei? Is this the Clockwork Vendetta composition? It is.
Both teams are running Clockwork Vendetta. Oh no, because it has Zeus on the Torb. That's the beauty of it. That's
it's the
right
Torb
there.
Mei. You'll love to see it. Guys, make sure to follow the stream. We're at twitch.tv/The Watchers of W. Make sure to vote for your MVP. Make sure to vote for your MVP. If you donate bits, you can also vote multiple times. It's like the 2016 U.S. election.
You already used that joke in a previous cast, dude.
I know, but it's...
Yeah, if you guys get money, they might get better casters and they'll kick me out. Hey, man, they were calling us bad earlier.
Allie.
I just like to take mine. Allie going for the pick. That is huge for me.
That's the res. Yeah, that is huge. And Barletta trying to take a flank around.
Ooh, they have Tracer going around Nocturnal with him. He can go for the hack.
His thing got bugged.
Ooh, that's not good. Magnific does get Hanako. So now you just have to kind of wait and see what the team's going to do. You have a lot of damage coming in from, you know, Barletta with the Hammond, who's just in their backline. Look at that. He's just spinning around like there's nothing he can do. There's nothing else he can do but spin around. He goes in. He goes for the drop on the back. You have the Torb who takes him down almost immediately coming from Zeus. Polar does get Ali over. They are also down.
You know what? That's perfectly fine, though. The thing about this Clockwork Vendetta comp is that any part of the team is just not essential. So if a teammate dies, it's
Nanotorb,
not like...
Nanotorb,
Yep.
Nanotorb. Hang on, Nanotorb.
It's not doing anything.
There's a Nanotorb, dude. Hang on. Oh,
Justice.
Polar goes from behind him, gets both of them. Zeus, the Nanotorb wasn't enough. G-Man gets the Tracer Bomb, and they have Mercy Valve ready to go. And I think we were talking about the bunker comp earlier, but what they're really going to run is what you're saying originally, Farmer Mercy.
Yep. Yeah, the Pharmacy combo worked. It looks like we're going to get a couple swaps, but nothing swapping from the defense. As soon as I say that, they're going to be swapping to a Somber Dive with the Tracer. Wondering to see if Pyro's going to swap onto anything else, maybe like a Wrecking Ball, but it looks like Pyro's going to stay. No? Yes? No?
Yes, no, maybe so, but what we have coming in from Honey Badgers is almost a Somber Goats comp. Now, you have normal Goats coming in as well from Magna Ignis, so we'll see how it goes. I think the Somber hacks will be huge for this if they can get him off.
They lost positioning because they were busy swapping. Oh, here we go.
He gets Nocturnal as well. Pyro popping off with the whole hog. They're going in for the pin. They've knocked the people off the high ground. They're going to the left side. Honey Badgers have to pull back and regroup. They just lost all
Oh my god!
Pyro popping off, getting as many picks as she can. And G-Man just has to really come back.
Wow!
Absolute huge hook from him.
He canceled the EMP!
Where they lost the EMP
Pyro
on that
canceled
push
the
as
EMP!
well.
Yeah!
Ooh, that's rough to see. You see
He canceled the EMP with the hook!
You saw it happening too.
He hooked Nocturnal in and canceled it, and then killed 4 people! This hog is amazing!
Yeah, Pyro's really showing her muscles here. She just got the hook onto the EMP,
Oh my
did the whole hog, flew him off the high ground.
She really is.
And now we just have, it seems like just Honey Badger.
Oh, that's beautiful.
They know they wasted some ults. The anti-nade goes off. They find more Dread. They're going to get bopped to the high ground. Barletta finds Ali. They go for the pin, and Pando does get Barletta. Ooh, this is kind of a close thing here. They're losing people from both sides. G-Man kind of trying to get away with all the energy he has, but they're down. Muffin boops them away.
Yeah.
Boops to the afterlife.
Death by boop.
How I want to go out, man. That's how I want to go out.
Really?
Yeah, I want to go out by boop, dude. That seems cool. I'll be flying for a minute, and I'll just be dead. Nocturnal behind them. She's trying to go for a hack, but she goes back to routine. That's good. That's good.
Nocturnal doesn't have the EMP up again, so that was a huge time waster for them. Looking to see really what Magna Ignis can do. Rally coming in from Ali's side. Hack onto Pendo. Pyro running very low, but takes
the rally's just there to give him some preemptive healing. Here comes the Transcendence from both sides. One stuck in the hallway, one stuck in the open. G-Man finds the pick on the Hanako. She is down. And now you have all this damage. Here comes Marlena to hammer down G-Man with that charge. Here comes the Somber Hack from Nocturnal. She gets it off. And now you have Ali and both Muffin trying to hold the point, who's also hacked. The beat drop comes in from Magnific. And it's just off the point, but still manages to reach the team. And they might not be able to hold this for Magnus. They're going in with Zeus on the Wrecking Ball, but they cannot touch and get taken down. That's absolutely huge coming from Nocturnal. She hacks Zeus before he can even touch the point with his Wrecking Ball. And completely delays in overtime.
Yep. Hey, Linda's in the chat.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda. That was a really good attack off of Honey Badgers. Good to see. They have 3 minutes on the clock. The next EMP was actually useful. Nocturnal did a really good job with that. Ultimately, they just used everything in their arsenal, and Magna Ignis wasn't ready. They were prepared to scale down their ultimates, not use too many, which is good coming into the next fights. You know, you want to be able to save some ultimates, but if the other team just has more and is prepared to use them all, sometimes you just lose, and the point is theirs. And so we'll see what Magna Ignis can do on this attack here. Looks like we will be seeing a bunker comp coming from Honey Badgers, and it will be the Junkrat Baptiste bunker comp and not the Torbjorn May.
And what we saw before on Hollywood was G-Man running the Bastion comp, and that seems like what they're going to do here. Once again, not, what they're really going to do here is just hopefully set up on point. I think setting up on point would be absolutely huge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the high ground, however, is good too. That's what I love about Hanamura. If you want to run a bunker comp, you can set up anywhere you want. You can set up on point, you can set up in the main, but it seems like they're going to set up on the high ground, which is good for them. They have the nano, well, they don't have the nano. They have the damage boost from the Mercy going on to G-Man, who's proven that, they can really do a good Bastion.
Yeah. Excited to see Pyro going to be on the Wrecking Ball, formerly on the Roadhog here, and going to be seeing what Nocturnal can do on her Roadhog. Looks like we're going to be seeing some swaps. It is going to be the Pharmacy combo with Pyro on the Hanzo. Been playing a bunch of different compositions.
Oh, they boop him off the high ground. That's absolutely huge. You leave your Bastion alone, and they have to swap to the point. They might be going back up to set up, but this is a time where Magna Ignis really need to push in. Oh, they get resetted up to the left side with the shield. So now they swapped off, and now they have a lot of just... Their behind is just completely exposed.
Yeah, and this bunker comp going to be hunkered down on the point. It's going to be interesting to see how Magna Ignis approach this. They have the scouting arrow to go through, firing shots, G-Man taking not too much damage. And really, it's just this two-pronged approach coming from Ali and Pyro. Ali gets the pick.
Ooh, Ali's down. And here comes the damage shield going in for the Bastion, plus the immortality. That's going to keep him up for a bit longer. And Magna Ignis, they really need to do something here. They don't know what they want to do, however. They know what to do against this kind of Bastion comp that's so pocketed. Because look at that. They get taken out almost immediately, but they are building ults, however. You have Pyro. Yeah. She has the dragon. Ali also has the damage. They can... Oh, well, not damage, but the barrage. My bad. I was watching Mercy give the damage boost to Bastion. And Ali... And Ali and both Pyro, if they hit from different sides, they can do a lot of damage here. They can almost completely take down that Bastion.
They can. And that's the whole thing about, playing against a Bastion. You have to get the ultimates to kill Bastion normally, right? You have to get the ultimate... Muffin's going to go down. That's a big stagger.
Ooh, that's a big takedown for them. They're going to have to go, taxi Muffin right back up.
There's only 1:30 left, too.
And they're running.
There's only a couple of fights left, and Pendo's running already at half HP.
Yeah, it's only a minute 30 right now. And we have 3 ults coming in. We have Zeus with the Visor, we have Pyro with the Dragon, and we have Ali with the Barrage. They can all set this up perfectly, and that's what they're doing. Zeus is going to
the Dragon. We'll see the Barrage very shortly.
Hopefully. They don't have the Immortality Shield up. Zeus is going behind him. Ali gets taken down almost immediately by G-Man. They are down, and it's just... They seem like they want what they know what they want to do. They just can't execute it. Here comes the damage booster coming in from Bastion. G-Man trying to get as much value out of it as he can. Here comes the Valkyrie. Here comes the visor from up top. He finds Polar. Zeus. Pyro finds that, but Polar gets taken down by the Martyrdoms. G-Man already has the ult popped off, so they're going to do a lot of damage with their tank mode.
Wow, it looks like this Bastion comp is really holding it, and Ali has the
Ali coming in from behind with the Barrage! Getting 2 of them, getting 3, absolutely demolishing the entire Bastion comp.
Wow! As soon as I talk about Ali not getting any value, just cleans up house.
Holding that Barrage was actually huge. They waited for Zeus and both Pyro, who's almost to another Dragon. She has been doing a lot of damage, but we waited for Ali, and we're like, where's the Barrage? Are they going to waste it? Are they going to just not use it? And there it came when everyone was distracted onto the point. They used the Barrage to take out almost the entire Bastion comp. And
back to Brig Jail for them. That's like the worst feeling when you're playing fair and you get like a really big Barrage off and you get the point and you're just like, oh, well, I gotta swap off now.
You're like, well, I popped off.
So bad.
I'll see you guys in heaven.
Tire?
Ooh, Tire coming from behind. Goes for the top right. Looking for a pick. Can it find it? Yes, it can. Holy, getting that 3, man. That's a cleanup right there. They only have 3 minutes and 47 seconds on the clock. That is a good stagger for them, though, as well. So now you just got to wait here for what your team's
Great play from Polar. I mean, he used that in the perfect timing. And then they're going to swap off to the Brigitte there. And it's just one of the... you make a play, you go to Brig Jail. Pyro getting a pick off on Nocturnal. Pyro getting a pick off on Nocturnal. Not going to be doing too much, but actually, they're going to the point already. The anti-nade, I don't think is going to matter too much. And, yeah. Probably going to see a Transcendence to
Nocturnal goes for the hack behind.
There we go.
Which you can. Here comes the Transcendence. They're booping around Barletta. Barletta goes down. Hanako popped her Zenyatta. Now we're just kind of waiting for what the tanks can do here. Ali going
Beautiful.
For what Zeus is charged up with a lot of damage. And Pando is finding the picks he needs. More Dread trying to go for the left. You still have the Lucio who's behind him, who's kind of by themselves. Magnific gets hit, kind of stuck on the right side, not knowing what to do. Hanako gets the pick onto Nocturnal, however. This is good for both of them. Ooh, there comes the hammer down.
Not going to do too much, though.
Polar and G-Man are the only ones on point, and they get hammered down and taken down almost immediately. And that's the point for Magna Ignis.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Not too bad. It is. It is still so close, and yeah, 2-2, minute difference, winnable for either team. They really pulled that back after that barrage. They quickly won that second fight, and kudos to Ali for that just amazing fair barrage and clutching the team, clutching that play out for their team.
Yeah, they definitely just went in there with that. Ali absolutely popped off. It was after, both Pyro and Zeus used the Visor and Dragon. Because they're like, hey, maybe, I think what I want to believe is Honey Badger just was not aware of the barrage not being used. So they waited and they had their back perfectly exposed. And they're like, man, that was a lot of ults coming in from, Magna Ignis. I guess we can just chill for a second. And Ali was behind them. They're like, nah. No, not today. You're not going to be able to do that. Get your headset on. You got a game to play.
Nah, bro. Yeah.
All away with the barrage, almost annihilating the Bastion comp and taking it out of the whole match or round completely, rather. Because as soon as they get destroyed off of it, they have to swap off. There's no time to reset. You have to go goats, and you have to fight the goats that are going to come at you at that moment.
So we're going to be seeing the bunker comp being run again. It was very successful last time. G-Man going to be huddled up in this corner here on that Bastion. Going to serve them fairly well. We see a bunker kind of offense, and that's kind of interesting. Coming from Magna Ignis. Pyro going to be on the Roadhog, which we saw Pyro pop off that first defense, just doing so well. Ended up canceling one of those EMPs. Looks like they're coming around.
the bend. No one really falling. Muffin being taken out a little low, but not too bad.
Make it around the point. They still have this kind of bastion set up.
I love this. They're actually like bunkering the bunker. Oh no, huge.
Ooh, that's a good pull right there. We have the immortality shield who's this is what you want from your immortality shield. You want it behind cover so they can't shoot it almost immediately. Polar gets the pick on the Zeus, and G-Man up Muffin. Now you don't have that barrage to finish this off here. You have a Mei, you have Zeus on the Hanzo, and you have Pyro on the Roadhog once again. And Shuso, like, they can do a lot of damage on it. So we just have to see what they want to do against it right now. Because before we just want to see what, you know, Magna Ignis can do against G-Man here. His entire just entourage of people pocketing him. He has a Baptiste, he has a Mercy, and they don't have a Pharaoh for the barrage, so now they just have to kind of wait around and see what they can get from a pick.
Yeah, I mean, I would have wanted to see the barrage just because we saw how good Ali's barrage was, but they're going to play the Mei, and it's interesting, but it also makes a lot of sense. If they do get the ultimate and they are 6v6, that ultimate is going to win them that fight. Because the Bunker Crop is so immobile. There's the...
Ooh, here comes the damage booster. Here's Polar with the tire. He's gonna find some value. Looking around, it gets taken down by Pando, but that's right. G-Man has that damage shield, and he has the Bastion. He gets a 3-man by himself. Absolutely huge.
It's still winnable for Magna Ignis. They have the Blizzard. They have the Dragon Strike. All they need to do is use those ults in tandem before dying. They need to not die and use those ults. And that's going to be a very hard task because G-Man has the ultimate. They have the configuration tank. Mordred has the Valkyrie to maybe save her, their team. And there's the damage boost. Pendo already goes down.
Ooh, and the Bastion doesn't go down for that Dragon because the Immortality Shield absolutely saves G-Man. And here we go. We have the pick coming from Polar. You have the tank mode coming in. Mordred does get Nocturnal back up. She's ready to go with the Hog. And they hook Muffin and take them down.
Yep, and that's going to be the attack for Magna Ignis. They can no longer win this round. They can either draw or lose. And now it's up to Honey Badgers to claim their victory. Whether or not they're able to do it is... They got 3.5 minutes to decide. So I suspect that we might see some Sombra being played. I would have liked to see some Sombra coming from Magna Ignis, but maybe the Mei was their best shot, you know? Maybe that was the key to their victory. We'll never know because they never capped. But yeah, the Dragon just didn't seem as effective because of that amazing immortality field coming out from Honey Badgers.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen a very good Sombra come from Nocturnal. They've had the big EMPs. Even if it gets canceled out once in a while by Pyro, she can still get that EMP off pretty well. And like we were saying before, Zeus on the, like we saw in Hollywood, Zeus on the Ash is kind of a good pick here because he was popping up. They had it, they had the bombs ready to go. And so this is pretty good right here. There's no Bastion, however. There's still the Junkrat keeping it from the bunker comm. You still have Pyro on the Roadhog, but now we have kind of a different change up onto Polar, who's running Symmetra. I don't know if that's kind of a troll pick or if it's an actual pick, so we'll wait around. We do have Nocturnal once again. She is on the Mei. She had some good walls back in Li Zhang, so that can be huge. And Boyletta is finally on that hamster. They kept banning him, but now they have the hamster ready to go again. They're set up on the top right for Magna Ignis. They need to see how they can knock him down, and that hamster is the perfect thing to do it.
We're probably going to be seeing some swaps here. Looks like it's going to be Barletta on the ride. They're going to play a little slower than they're used to. But the thing is, they're going to be playing the Symmetra, and I think they're going to be teleporting directly to the point. Yep,
that's what they do, and they get
to the right
side. They're going to fight them right onto the right side. They're going to go straight there. They gotta get booped. They get the dynamite hit as well. They're still back up in their health, though. The Mei wall comes out, kind of blocks away him. And now you just have what's going to be who can get the first pick and who can snowball that into this winning team fight. And that's Zeus. He holds it for a bit. Magnific goes down. It's just whatever you can get from here. The wall comes up. If Barletta can get something here, it'll be huge, but he's just kind of getting pushed away by the Orisa / Hog. The wall comes up, however, and they're anted. Here comes the hammer down. Hanako gets G-Man. Nocturnal does get Pyro, however, and Barletta gets Pando. They're down their tanks. And now all they can do is try to hold. They wall off the rest who are over there. That's both Zeus and Hanako, who can't go help their team now.
Ooh,
the Transcendence comes
in.
Is
that a comeback? Hanako?
Come back from him. Hanako does have the Transcendence,
Beat
but
the
at
touch.
87, and they get taken down. And GG's Honey Badgers take the match.
Wow. 3-2. What a fantastic series.
Absolutely huge.
Yeah. Got Ali on the play of the game there with the 4K barrage. Or it was a 3K barrage, then they cleaned up. Yep.
1, 2,
Amazing
3,
play coming from them.
and 4 right there onto the Mercy.
Yep.
Absolutely huge. That's what won them that push. And it's just been a great series coming from both teams.
Amazing. Yeah. Great plays coming from Honey Badgers. GG to Magna Ignis. You guys tried, and it was a really well-fought match, but ultimately, Honey Badger's going to take that match. Well, we might be getting a interview, looks like, from Barletta. Will be fun to see their main tank being interviewed. You ready, Noonie?
I'm always ready. That was absolutely such a good series from both teams. We had Magna Ignis, who really put just a lot of effort in their pushes. They had some good holds, but Honey Badgers just seemed to have that bastion just so set up correctly and just so well played. I loved it.
Yep. Yeah, it was really good to see. It was a solid series. I love that we had some hype moments at the end. One was Ali's barrage, and the other was really both hogs popping off. And we got Barletta, the main tank from Honey Badgers here. Barletta, how you doing?
Good, thank you for having me.
Good. It was a really hard fought match.
Yeah, pretty close.
Pretty close. Pretty close. How you feel that your team did against Magna?
I feel we performed really well, but we started struggling, like with their split approach.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. It
Yeah,
seemed like. Go ahead.
They had this really like split Hanzo Farah composition that you guys seem to have a hard time playing through, but ultimately it just seemed like your Bastion bunker was just better than their Roadhog Junkrat bunker. What do you think?
Yeah, like in scrims, it's definitely our most like on any 2CP. It's our go-to comps. Like we feel pretty confident against any team playing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really well played coming from you. Nuna, you had your question?
How'd you guys feel like you ran your Bastion comp for bunker? How'd you guys feel? You guys think you ran that flawlessly, some bumps and stuff, or you think you ran it pretty well?
It was ran okay. There were some bumps along the way. Like in the back, we had the pharmacy just poking us for so long, and it was pretty hard to deal with. We're kind of struggling there.
There are some things that you just can't account for when you're playing Bastion. Though you're gonna get, you're gonna play against those DPS heroes like Hanzo or Farah that are gonna be able to spam down your shield without you being able to poke them, and it's just one of those things you have to account for when you're playing Bastion, right?
Yeah.
Then you just have to have. I know the D.Va was banned, but ultimately that's why you play D.Va, so that you can scout those other DPS players out, and so that they're less annoying. Favorite map that you guys played this series?
Probably Oasis. We played it pretty flawlessly. Pretty strong map for us.
Yeah, you guys were solid in that. That was a solid 2-0 victory.
Definitely.
It feels like a while ago since you guys actually played it too, just because we've been casting for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely.
Question?
How do you guys feel against their goats versus yours? Your Winston kind of goats versus their Ryan kind of goats. How did you feel about that?
I feel like our floats was definitely stronger, but like on the goats to goats, like it was definitely really close. Their Brig was definitely like just an annoyance on their team for us to deal with. Just playing super aggressive in tight corners.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
agree. I also think that Nocturnal was your biggest factor on Oasis, just completely shifting in and taking down the enemy team Zenyatta, right?
Yeah.
That was pretty well played from you guys.
Thank you.
It really was, yeah. Also, just like how you guys played your floats, your goats, it kind of outplayed them a bit, but then the Bastion's really what did it for them. They really couldn't have an answer to that.
Yeah, like once we banned D.Va, like definitely it's got a lot easier.
Yeah, definitely. Jules, you have any
It was
other
kind of
questions?
interesting that you guys managed to ban out the diva, considering you guys have such a good diva player, anyways, right?
Yeah, we just knew that like once you ban Diva, they wouldn't be able to run Goat as strongly because the one guy in their team is kind of like a Diva one trick.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Lot of sense, last.
Now that I was thinking about it, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. If they can only play diva, they can't play hog or anything else. Probably makes sense though that you can swap, especially if you have a more diverse player, right?
Yeah, very
more,
flexible.
More comp, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, definitely, very good series, very good game. I liked it. It's longer than the ones we've had before.
Thanks for playing such a fantastic game for us to cast. I'm sure you guys will go back and watch and listen to all of the really hype moments. I think Hanamura was the most hype of them all.
And we also have our MVP of the game, which will be Nocturnal, with 14 votes. Almost. Oh no, actually, we have a kind of a tie. We have both Muffin and Nocturnal at 14 votes each. So,
nope.
Take that how you will.
Muffin got it with 15.
15 now.
Oh.
Looks like Muffin came in clutch and got the 15 votes. So our MVP of the match will be Muffin. Kudos to them. That's the Magna Ignis. Absolutely huge.
Yeah.
Definitely just from both teams, they played pretty well.
Yeah, it seemed like they were both teams that were vying for like one particular in general to vote for, but
yeah, they definitely seemed like they had they definitely seemed like they were confident. Each team, Magna Ignis and Honey Badgers, they seemed like they knew what they wanted to do. Just at the end of Hanamura, they just kind of got a little for Magna Ignis. They kind of got they didn't know what they wanted to do at the end. They were like, hey, let's run this, but this kind of didn't work. Let's swap that. And at the end, that's kind of what messed them over, They just didn't know what to run, and that just allowed Honey Badgers just to have it. So that, for me, I believe, like, both teams were confident going in, but just Honey Badgers had the upper hand at the end.
Yep.
And definitely the 2-0s were very good.
Yeah, no, that Oasis match was so clean. I think we're about done. Barletta, thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, thanks for the amazing series. I'm sure we'll cast you guys soon, and good luck in the upcoming weeks. We have another cast at 9 p.m. tomorrow that we will both be casting. It's a kind of last-second announcement. There will be a rescheduled cast, so we'll see you at 9 p.m. Tomorrow, same time, same place. And that'll be it for us. Noonan, you want to take us out?
Yep. Thank you guys for watching. We're not perfect here on Overwatch. We have some flukes with our casting, so we just like you guys to stick with us. I know we're not perfect and all, but yeah, thank you guys for watching and having this. And just hopefully you support the channel, and we'll see you guys next time. Be good people and have a great time.
See you tomorrow.